Let's do this. SKOL! 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 Let's go! Let's go! We have been knocked down. We have been punched in the mouth. We have had our faces spit on and our hearts ripped out. We had a chance to have it all last week and we didn't get it. We have been pinned to the ground, but we are the Minnesota Vikings, and you know what we do. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how bad it gets, we get up and we fight. We fight, and today we take the first step in a grand journey towards the ultimate glory. Let's go, SKOL Vikings. Let's go, baby. It is time for some Minnesota Vikings playoff football. Let's go. Oh, the virtual SKOL chant. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you guys in here. We got a football game today. Vikings versus Rams. First round. Wrapping up the wild card. I had to do that, dude. I thought of that last night. I was like, yo, what if I did a virtual SKOL chant? That would be so sick. So here we are. But good to have you guys in here. Looks like we've already got a good crowd in here. 8 people watching. We got Caden, Laywell, and Pearchamp in here. Good to have you guys in here. Caden saying, my oven is making concerning noises. That is a little concerning. Is it like a pop or something? My oven tends to do that a lot. There's a certain baking sheet that I use, and it'll just kind of like pop in the oven every once in a while. It's a little scary. It'll scare the crap out of me, but that's tough. We got Laywell in here with the all-caps SKOL. I love it. Let's go. Back in the Vikings today. Heck yeah. Pearchamp saying, hey, Doc, how's it going? Also saying, hey to Laywell. It's good, man. You know, it's Vikings playoff game day. What else is there to say? We are getting down to it. It is almost time for one of the biggest Vikings games of my lifetime, to be quite honest. Yes, they've had some good teams before. They've had some playoff games before. But, man, you feel like maybe, just maybe, there's a sliver of an opportunity this year, at the very least, to make a run. But we got a heck of a first-round matchup, the Rams, dude. We saw this team last time back in October. I was wearing the jacket again. I'm trying to avenge the jacket. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to be in for a good one, regardless of whether the Vikings win or lose. Obviously, I'm hoping they win, but yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But got Kevin T in here, too. Let's go. Saying hi. Good to have you back in here, Kevin. Let's go. Welcome to the stream. Laywell saying, in all honesty, we'll probably miss a good chunk of this one as well. Got some fellas that you'll be gaming with tonight. Hey, no worries about that. Always enjoy a nice gaming night with the fellas. Nothing wrong with that. I had a snow day back on Friday, right? I was kind of snowed in this weekend, so believe me, I was doing plenty of that too. So that's awesome. But got Caden saying, keeps making a noise that sounds like plingy sounds, if that makes sense, because surely it isn't a word. Not plingy's got to be a word, right? I think I've seen some great philosophers use that term before. And we got Reed in here too. Let's go. Saying, hey, man, good to see you. Good luck to the Vikes tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, good to have you in here. Let's go. Should be a good night of football. You know, I got to say, I think ESPN lied to us a little bit because you might notice I started at 7:55, right? Usually that's pretty early for my streams. Usually I'm starting at 8 and the game starts at 8:15 or 8:20, right? But if you go on the ESPN app, it says, oh, the game starts at 8. They're doing the countdown to MNF right now, and there's 47 seconds left. Oh, you think it might start at 8, right? But they're doing this whole, this is my fight song for the Rams pregame, right? And I'm looking at like, oh, I see a countdown. Like, that's got to be when the game starts. It's like, oh, 20 minutes. Interesting. So I think we will be starting at like 8:15, 8:10 or something like that. But what can you do? ESPN suckered me in a few minutes early. But you know what? That just gives us a few more minutes to just chill and chat for a little bit before we get to see either a night of tremendous glory or some Vikings heartbreak. But either way, there should be points. There should be some touchdowns, hopefully some gritties, as Parker is saying. And we got the master versus the apprentice. KOC versus Sean McVay. What a fascinating coaching matchup. But let's go. We got Garrett in here too, saying, good luck, Vikings. My Ravens already won, so let's go, Purple Pals. Oh, yeah, Purple Solidarity right there. Let's go. Good to have you back in here, Garrett. Appreciate you spending your night here with us at the Dr. Pigskin watch party. Parker asking if we'll see a gritty tonight. I tell you what, if Jefferson scores, and if it's an appropriate time, like if he scores when we're down 30, I'm probably not going to do it, right? Maybe I still will. Jefferson scores, yeah, we're hitting the gritty. We're grittying around the doctor's office. I'll gritty on my carpet. Yeah, you best believe that. We've yet to see Jefferson score on stream, I believe. Did he score against the Bears? No, he did score against the Bears on Monday night, but we're due for a Jefferson gritty. I will get out of my chair and I will gritty if Jefferson scores tonight. That is a deal right there. My oven sounds plingy, says Socrates. Yeah, I think it was Socrates that said that. He coined plingyism. Kevin saying Washington was very aggressive last night. 4 fourth down attempts, and it led to a win even with 2 attempts failing. Hey, crazy, right? Crazy. Being aggressive, often the winning move. I love it. Look at the Commanders sticking their necks out, going for it, laying it all out on the line. It worked out for them. Yeah, their aggression absolutely paid off. Yeah, they did miss 2. But I'd have to sit down and do the math, but I'd be willing to wager that they gained points on those 4th down attempts, if you know what I'm saying. But Reed saying the Commanders game was so good last night. Oh, what a great game, right? Finally. I said this like 4 or 5 times last night. Finally. Feels like some playoff football, right? Oh, that felt like the true start of the postseason. No disrespect to some of these other teams, but Ravens versus Steelers. That's like a preseason playoff game, if you know what I'm saying, right? Broncos, Bills. That's kind of like a warm up a little bit, And even like the one that we thought might be close, like the Texans Chargers, like that one was a blowout too. Eagles Packers was kind of close, but it was a little sloppy on both sides of the ball, but I think we'll get a good game here today, too. I honestly think these two teams are fairly evenly matched. Easy for me to say with the jacket on and all the merch in the back. I might say the Vikings are a little bit better, but the Rams are very good in their own right. They've got a great defensive line. They're well coached. I still like Stafford. I know it's not been his best year. He's been up and down, but we know he's still got some good moments in him. And we kind of struggled to stop their offense last time, I will say. I'll get to my keys of the game here in a little bit, but catch up with chat. Pearchap saying, clearly Dan Quinn watched the Doc's new video. Hey. Could you imagine just Dan Quinn leaving a comment like, yo, good video, bro. I think I might try this. And then he watches my quarterbacks are overvalued videos like, yeah, your Jaden Daniels take was terrible. Oh, man. Leywell saying that was the difference. He got inside intel from the Doc himself. Hey, I made the call. Caden saying that was also the punishment to winning in Fortnite. Kind of seems like you just want a gritty on stream. Maybe. Even if we don't, maybe even if Jefferson doesn't score, but we win, I'll hit a little victory gritty. Maybe I just want a gritty. But Kevin saying the one failed attempt pinned the Bucs inside their own 5 and led to the fumble. That is true. That is very true. Yeah. Now, even when you don't get it right, it's like a really good punt, All right, we've got about, I'd say, 10 minutes before this game kicks off. So, if you tuned in to my postseason bracket stream, right, I did pick the Vikings to win this game, and I highlighted some of the keys, and I've thought about this even more, and I actually went back and I watched at least parts of the Vikings-Rams game from earlier this season. I did that today when I got off work. I won't lie, I didn't watch like the full 3 hours, but I watched some of it, right? And, a lot of things, like it just reminded me of a lot of things that went wrong for the Vikings last time, right? Biggest thing, absolutely biggest thing for the Vikings this time around. They have to be better at the line of scrimmage. Man, this is a pretty good Vikings defense. They can get some sacks and they can wreak some havoc when they're rolling. But there has been a few games this year where the pass rush has just kind of disappeared. Just can't get pressure on the quarterback, right? And that was most egregious in this Rams game. Stafford's a great quarterback. If you pressure him, move him off his spot a little bit. He's not that great of a creator these days, right? You can sack him. You can rough him around a little bit. Vikings did not do that last time, though. Just a clean pocket, every single drop back. I heard some stat on a podcast. Like Matthew Stafford was pressured on, I don't remember, it was like 18% of his dropbacks against the Vikings first time around. One of the lowest rates of the entire season for any team. I mean, it was insane, right? Blake Cashman is back for the Vikings. Did not play previously, right? He's got that big responsibility covering the middle of the field. Pretty good against the run. Kyron Williams had a good game. A lot of Puka Nacua screens. Got to be ready for that. And then offensively, right? I mean, I'm slightly worried about this Vikings offensive line versus this Rams pass rush. This was the game where the Vikings lost Christian Darrisaw, right? Now we've got Cam Robinson in, a little bit better than Quessenberry. He's still no Darrisaw, though. Going to be a tough matchup up front. As much as I love how Sam Darnold has played this year, the biggest thing that worries me is some of those sacks that he's taking. Maybe the Rams can get after him a little bit. I think it's going to be close, but I don't know, man. These Vikings receivers versus this Rams secondary. TJ Hawkinson is back now, too. You can kind of pick on those Rams linebackers and safeties a little bit more. Tight ends were eating for the Vikings first time around. Josh Oliver had a touchdown, a few nice catches, right? They were hitting a lot of those crossers, just shallow middle area of the field, right? That's what KOC likes to do, just like McVay. But having TJ back should be big. He could have had a monster game last week. Sam missed him a lot, but we'll see. I think that those guys returning from injury, being more prepared for Puka, and just, I don't know, being able to maybe take advantage of those mismatches on the outside a little bit more. I think that's going to be a key for a Vikings win here. I think it's going to be close. I think there's going to be points. I'm going to say Vikings 28, Rams 24. We get a good one. But we shall see for sure, man. If the Rams go out and win this, then shoot. What else is there to say? You know, they're a good team. They're a well-coached team. Offense has been up and down, but they're good. Kevin saying, when the team is in the shadow of their goalposts, their playbook is limited. You can kick the field goal, and the opponent starts at the 30, and they have the whole playbook open to them. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful, right? You don't want to be doing all these deep dropbacks. Really takes away a lot of these shot plays that Tampa like to hit, right? Those go balls to Mike Evans, right? Yeah. You said it. You said it best, man. I don't even know what else to say. Yeah. We got Matt back in here too. Let's go. Saying, Dr. Pigskin, I'm back for another stream. I appreciate it. Good to have you back in here, Matt. SKOL Vikes, hopefully. We'll see. Laywell saying, so what's this I hear about a Grossi raid last night? Dude, that was crazy. The Grossi hat trick. Fun fact. That's actually the third time I've been raided by Tom Grossi now. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Shout out Tom Grossi, right? Chaotic good, all that good stuff. Yeah, that was awesome. You know, got some extra engagement, right? Some extra subs. Definitely can't complain about that. We even got a few new people in the Discord, so we will take whatever we can get. Absolutely. But Matt's saying, hundreds of them, only the strongest survived. Oh, yeah. Epic battle over the Immaculate Grid. Fighting for our lives. Ah. A raid. It kind of sounds scary, right? Like, yo, you got raided by a bigger content creator? But no, it's chilled. Rams beat my Bills so they can go to hell. I suppose, yeah, that was one of the big games of the season, right? Rams, Bills. That was kind of the game where it's like, oh, crap, the Rams. But they haven't really had a game like that, at least on offense, since that game. But we'll see. Chat was flooded. Yeah. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Pearchamp, you have been there for all three of those raids, if I'm not mistaken. Pearchamp is a true OG right there. Yeah. Matt saying, SKOL, baby, let's go. We got Logan in here, too. Welcome to the stream, Logan. Good to have you in here saying, hey, dude. Hey, dude, yourself. Let's go. Vikings playoff time, baby. What else is there to say? I got the jacket, right? I was saying, I got to bust out the jacket for these big occasions, right? I had the jacket on for the draft. I had the jacket on for the Vikings primetime game against the Rams. We're busting it out again here today. This was a Christmas gift that I got last year. Let's see. But oh, I mean, I am like stoked, to be honest. Like, I went into Tom's stream and I like watched the moment where he rated me. I was like, dude, that's so cool. He commented on my Buccaneers creamsicle sweater. I was like, oh, let's go. He respects the drip. But yeah, that was awesome. Reed saying he's still thinking about his Nick Barnett and John Ryan contributions to the grid yesterday. Nah, you went absolutely crazy with those, dude. You went off with those. Like, Nick Barnett, seeing that name made me so happy. It has been genuine years since I've thought of Nick Barnett, so that was awesome. Pair Champ asking if the Discord invite should be pinned. I like your thinking. We might just do that here for the next few weeks, right? I am going to keep plugging this thing. Anyone new comes in here and they want to join, right? I like your thinking. Let's get that link pinned right now. Now that I know how to pin chats too, right? I mean, what a versatile tool to have in my toolbox. All right. I'm still struggling to find it. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Invite people. We're going to copy the link. Laywell is agreeing. Oh, yeah, look at that. All right, so here's the link. Just feel free to click if you want to join, right? No pressure, obviously, but we do have some fun in there. It's the best way to stay up to date. I give content updates, right? Try and drop my schedule a little bit early. Eventually, once I start figuring things out a little bit more, we're going to have like game nights in there, maybe some Jeopardy or Family Feud, stuff like that. I've got some other fun plans too. There's a lot of fun plans. We'll have some competitions that get set up in the Discord, so yeah. That is the place to be. That's what I'll say. The Dr. Pigskin family. Let's go. But Matt saying the Vikes are the Bills of the NFC, except with way better socioeconomic outcomes for their surrounding city. Look at that. Getting a little geopolitical here in the stream. There you go. Now we got Sam Neeson in here too. Let's go. Rams, Vikes, roll for initiative. Here we go, baby. Welcome to the stream, Sam. Good to have you back in here. Logan says he's a Bears fan, but he's rooting for the Vikings because the Rams are just so boring. I don't know. And to be honest, I really only hate the Packers. Like the Vikings and Lions, y'all know our pain. Hey, respect, right? NFC North solidarity. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's funny because honestly, like I kind of like the Rams, to be honest. Like I kind of rock with the Rams. I've always liked McVay. Stafford is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. I loved Stafford when he was in Detroit. And it's so cool to see him like thriving in LA now too, right? Just a cool, well-built team. That being said, today we smash their faces in. Let's go. We got Wolf in here too. Let's go. Wolf saying Rams NFC Championship road starts now. Hey, we'll see, man. I mean, shoot. They win this game, right? They get the Eagles next week. That would be a good rematch. Eagles kind of throttled them the first time around. Be interesting to see what sort of adjustments McVay has made from that game. I explained the Sean McVay, Vic Fangio lore back when that game happened. It was like November, right? That would be a fascinating matchup too, right? Neutral football enjoyer? Yeah, I could get down with that. But today, I am not a neutral football enjoyer. Today, I'm rocking with the purple. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But we got Eagle Eyes in here. Welcome to the stream, Eagle Eyes. Saying he's here to claim he was here before 100K subs ticket. Here before 10K, as Wolf saying. Oh, yeah, we got a ways to go for that. We have got a ways to go for that. We will see how it goes. But long, long road ahead. But good to have you in here. Appreciate it. We got Cam in here too. Let's go. Saying go Vikes, go Vikes. I'm liking this pro Vikings agenda you've been pushing. Oh yeah, should be a good one today, man. We'll see. I'm a little nervous, of course. It's a playoff game, right? Rams are no joke. We'll see. We'll see. I think these first few drives are going to tell a lot about how this Vikings defense is adjusted from the previous matchup, right? You know, I heard these reports, right? Like they just genuinely didn't know that Puka was going to play last time. And maybe that sounds like cope, which might be fair to say. But also going back and watching that game, it's like, dude, I kind of believe it. Like, honestly, every single Puka screen or like every time they just sent him out in motion and just had him like come wrap back around and do a little drag route, like all the staple Puka stuff, dude, they were just straight up not prepared for it. I mean, I should have looked up how many yards he had after the catch in that game because it was just screens. He won a few routes downfield too. And this is not Puka slander. Like I had Puka on my second team All-Pro team. Like I think he is legit. Like he is like probably one of the 8 best receivers in football. But dude, we were not prepared for him. He just killed us in that game. But Wolf says the Vikings are the overwhelming favorite. Yeah, majority of people have been picking them in the Discord. I've noticed that, right? They're 2.5-point road favorites. Usually, general rule for point spreads and stuff like that, right? They usually give the home team, about like a point and a half? So if it was like a Vikings home game, they'd be like, 3.5, maybe 4-point favorites around there. FPI, ESPN Analytics, gives them a 56.7% chance to win. I would say, right, the logical pick here is the Vikings. They're a 14-win team playing the only team in the playoffs with a negative point differential, right? On paper, the Vikings should be favorites. but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Logan wants the Bears to trade a first rounder for McVay. All of our candidates are flying out the window. Yeah, you know, it's tough, right? You got to get on it. Respectfully, I don't think the Rams would trade McVay at all. You would need to give like 4 first rounders before they'd think about it. I mean, he's just such a floor raiser. I love McVay so much as a coach. He's the rare guy that I think is both a scheme lord, but he's also just good at like being an actual head coach too. I don't know. There's not many, if any, coaches I would take over Sean McVay, to be quite honest. I think the Rams would be extremely hesitant to trade him. Pearchamp likes the Rams. They have a lot of young stars and enjoy watching them play. No offense to Stafford. I hope they can find a new QB to eventually succeed him. Oh, they got to start thinking about that, right? He's not going to be there forever. He showed his age a little bit this year. He's got an injury history. Yeah, if you're McVay, you got to start thinking this year, like, okay, who is this guy that I want to, like, develop for the next step up? But Laywell didn't pick him to make the Super Bowl in his playoff bracket, but he'd love to see the Vikings pull it off. Did pick him in this game. There you go. Darnold's last game was putrid. Hopefully he doesn't go into the game with that, Wolf is saying. Yeah, you have to imagine he'll be better, right? You know, and again, yeah, Darnold was terrible last week, right? And I'm just, maybe this is a little bit of Vikings cope. He has been excellent for most of the year. I would say like 14 out of our 17 games, he has been great for us, right? So you have to imagine, like that's just not who he is, right? Like, he's just got to be better, hopefully. Like, we just need to see a little bit of a better Sam Darnold today, because some of the plays were there, man, especially like to Hawkinson, like that ball down the seam and stuff like that. He had Hawk on a lot of big plays, but just missed him. Road favorites, yeah, it's not a true road game, and I'm seeing holy crap, I'm seeing a lot of purple in the stands. Definitely a very unfortunate situation that this game even has to be played here. You know, I'm seeing the sea red as they just kick it off. But here we go. It has been 2 years in the making since I've seen the Vikings in the playoffs. The last time I saw a Vikings playoff snap was Kirk Cousins throwing it short of the sticks on 4th and 8. I did not watch. I mean, the Giants just kneeled it down. I was at a casino watching that game. I just walked to the bathroom. I was like, I can't watch them kneel it down. I was livid, dude. But here we go. Here we go. We got Ryan Asty in here too. You're in mourning. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry about that. Tough loss, but I appreciate that you're here today. Let's go. Let's watch a good football game. First play for the Rams. Stafford drop back. Oh, snap. There's Puka. Dude, Puka killed us last game. They got him going downfield already. Play action. They got him sitting deep down over the middle of the field. Puka on Gilmore there. Yeah. There's just a massive hole in our zone. McVay, early answer. I actually did win at the casino. I won a lot. I took like Richie James over receiving yards that he hit. I won, but at what cost? We got Jack in here too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Jack. You act like the Rams are going to have fans if the game was in LA anyways. There was still a strong purple showing, but well, the Rams are already in plus territory. There you go. Got to stand up to Kyron too, right? Again, that's the thing I've been annoying about all year. I'm just a little nervous when we go up against a team that can pound the rock. Power running game, right? Just a little nervous. We saw Kyron have a good game against us last time around. Good start early. Hold him to a yard up the middle. Looks like we got some activity in the Discord too. Let's go. Sorry that you're not able to join, Matt. We'll have to figure that out later. Dang. Yeah, Puka. Big catch early. So I don't know why it's just showing the game cast, but it's not showing the stats or anything. Not that it really matters. I guess I don't get spoilers that way, so that might actually be a good thing. Stafford, another clean pockets. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me, dude? Is it going to be one of those games? Tyler Higbee's making diving catches? Oh my gosh. That's a great ball. Dude, Stafford's locked in early. We might be getting good Stafford here tonight, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh, pops out. Oh, he got it. It popped out, and he still secured it against his wiener. Gah! Oh, he just put it over Cashman's head, dude. Like, if you're Cashman, I guess you could try and turn, but that's just a sick throw by Stafford. Play action again. There's a Puka screen. We're actually ready for it this time. Let's go. Dude, that exact play, they hit that about like 4 or 5 times against us back in October. Oh, my gosh. All right. There we go. We were ready for the Puka screen. Garrett saying, if we got an American Football World Cup someday, it would be funny seeing American Samoa absolutely cook 99% of the other countries. Oh, yeah. No, they could put together a sick team. Matt got it. Oh, okay. The wiener catch. Wiener catch is crazy. You've heard of the helmet catch. Now get ready for the wiener catch. I'm 10 years old sometimes. All right. 2nd and 11. Let's muddy up the pocket for once. Pace off a blitz. You know what? We'll live with that. We'll live with that. Rams got positive yards there, but now it's what, 3rd and about 6? McVay's a guy that would be more inclined to kick it unless it's like 4th and 1. So realistically, if you can hold them to like maybe 4 yards here, if you're the Vikings defense, about 4 yards, you'll be forcing a field goal. I'll live with that, considering the first play of the game was a big shot play to Puka, right? Just hold them to like 4 yards here, and I think they'll kick it. Here we go, though. Just look at all that space, right? We're going to crowd the line, and not everyone's going to rush. People are going to drop back. Oh, let's go. Timeout. Oh, timeout. Wow. There we go. Look at all that purple. My goodness. Holy smokes. Man. Wolf saying this is the worst possible matchup for the Vikings, and I think they beat every other team. No doubt Packers, Commanders, Bucks, but the Rams just have something that's just mysterious. I mean, they have a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback, in my opinion, right? And they've got some sick wide receivers. McVay certainly knows KOC, right? I like to imagine McVay has got a trick or two up his sleeve here today. I don't know, dude. They do have it. They want to beat the Seahawks. I believe mid-December would suggest otherwise, respectfully. I like the I'm delusional, though. That's good. Hey, it would have been a close game, though, if we ran it back. It was a close, good, fairly even game, I would say. Here we go. Come on, just hold him to 4. Check down. He's going to get it. Ah! Are they going to mark him just short? Oh, okay. They might actually go for it here, though. It's short enough where I think they're going to think about going. McVay is not super aggressive when it comes to 4th down. I think they might go here, though. They need less than a yard. It's almost like the wrong football teams moved to L.A. L.A. is a Raiders town, now and forever, right? If there was going to be a team to go back to L.A., should have been the Raiders. Here we go. All right, here we go. First big test. Come on. Come on. Come on. Big boys up front. Win. Win. Oh, come on. Dude, this is the 2nd week in a row we've done this crap. Dude. We did this last week against the Lions, too. We're getting drawed off sides. Oh, my gosh. How did we not learn our lesson from doing that last week? Oh, man. Welcome to the stream, Sebastian. Good to have you in here. He's got some bad news. Mr. Eric, Dr. Pigskin is not who he seems. Coach T. Oh, man. Play action again. Oh, Stafford's going to create. Touchdown. Touchdown. Far too easy. God. Far too easy of a first drive for the Rams here, man. Get Stafford on a rollout and just go away against the grain. Over the middle, the back is there. We got cooked. We got cooked first drive, I can't lie. Let's watch this back. Just Nakua motion over and over again. He's got to be one of the most motioned players in the entire league. All right. You know what? Cope time. It was the opening script. It was the opening script. That's all. We're going to adjust. We're going to adjust. But yeah, no, we've got locked in Stafford. This is not going to be a bad Stafford game. That's what I was saying, dude. It's like, yeah, I know Stafford has had some games where he's not been quite as good this year, but you just know he has it in him. You just know at any given moment he can turn it on and be one of like the 5 or 6 best quarterbacks in the sport, you know? Rams O is for real. I think someone else was saying that up earlier. Who was that? I missed it. Laywell. Rams offense has the potential to turn it on any given moment. Can be scary if you catch them on the wrong day. This could be one of those days, man. This could be one of those days. Logan saying nothing can really shake Stafford. Not pressure, not 3rd and 20, nothing. That's why they're so scary. Dude, he's just such a demon. He might be the best thrower of the football in the entire league. I just love the way he can make every single throw that he's asked to. Not even just like 80 yards down the field, you know. He does have a strong arm, but like, dude, to me, one of my favorite throws to watch in all of football is a Stafford corner route. Like Stafford hitting a Puka corner route. Oh, just beautiful. Timing, anticipation, accuracy, velocity when he needs it. Whatever. If the Vikings lose, I'll just turn this into a Matthew Stafford praise session, I guess. But Sebastian asked me to remove his gallbladder. No reason, just felt like it. But instead, during the surgery, stole my wallet and ran away. That does happen. I am kind of a fraud. I am not an actual licensed doctor, unfortunately. I forged my PhD. Not a real thing. I'm not a real doctor, unfortunately. Eric Pigskin. I like how you worded that like his last name is actually Pigskin. Who says it isn't? Maybe I am Eric Pigskin. Wolf is worried about Sam Darnold. You expected this from the Rams offense, but if Sam doesn't show up like he did last week, or if he doesn't show up like he did last week, then it's going to be a long game. We'll see, man. First drive, right? Just got to a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. Could be a long night for the football Twinkies. There you go. Elite baseball reference right there. Can Sam have a bad memory about last week? Oh, let's hope so. Hey, we do have Bob Dylan. I still need to see that A Complete Unknown, the Timothée Chalamet Bob Dylan movie. I saw he's going to be performing the music on SNL as Bob Dylan, which, like, dude, Oscar tour goes crazy. Oh, man. Doctor is my middle name. He does not have an actual medical license. My name is Eric Dr. Pigson. That is my government name. Oh, man. Why is every Minnesota team so balls in the playoff? I don't know, man. I was saying the other day, have not seen a Minnesota team win a championship in my lifetime. Last time was 1991 when the Twins won it. No Vikings, no Wild, no Wolves, and certainly no Vikings. But here we go. First drive on offense, right? First drive on offense. Let's see if we can settle the nerves a little bit. Let's see how Sam looks on this first drive. That's definitely one of the big questions coming into this game. What Darnold are we going to get? Can we get Jefferson going early? Run game has been kind of missing recently for the Vikings. Not a super productive stretch for Aaron Jones either. And this is a tough front to go against. We're going to start with a run. Stretch play. Jones bottled up. Yeah, I will say our run blocking is definitely not as good as our pass protection, just as a whole, our offensive line, right? Garrett Bradbury is a nice agile center, but he's pretty small. We can just get thrown around a little bit. I think, I don't want to say too many bad things about the Vikings right now. Like, we just started, but I do wonder if, like, some of these concerns I have are going to rear their ugly head today. You know, hasn't scored an opening drive touchdown all season. The team that had Ryan Grubb. I'm not triggered, you are. Here we go. Is that Jefferson in the backfield? Darnold had a pocket. Now it's collapsing, and he's sacked. Well, 3rd and 1,000,000. Okay. Yeah. Something to worry about, right? This Rams D line is nasty. It's not just Jared First. Braden Fisk has been good. Byron Young is good. Kobe Turner might be the best one of them all, you know? Byron Young is the guy that may or may not have gotten the face mask in the first meeting, but he's a good player, dude. They've got a lot of good young talent on this defense. It's a very slept-on defense. Now they're just going to drop everyone back. I mean, do we even seriously try and pick this up? Yeah, we're going to be throwing it 1,000,000 yards short of the sticks. Well, 3 and out. Tackle for loss, sack, throw short of the sticks, 3 and out. 4th and 9. We gained a yard. Wow. Oh, shoot. Laywall is exposing me. That is true. That I feel terrible now. That is true. That actually did happen. Obviously not as popular, but it's worth mentioning that the Minnesota Lynx won the NBA championship in 2011, 13, 15, and 17. That is true. The Lynx are kind of cracked in the WNBA, and they got it stolen from them this year by the Liberty and the refs. The Lynx are cracked. Shoot, that is a tough look. I'm sorry, woman. That is true. Minnesota has actually won many championships in my lifetime. I'm sorry. That is tough. But Jack. Oh, man. Logan saying, I've never seen someone more self-aware and logical about their own favorite team, especially a 14-win team. Dude, it's a gift and a curse, right? Because here's what I'll say. Like, I'm going to be delusional about the Vikings, right? Like, I just need to, right? Like, I need to lock in and be a fan. But there's a part of me that's like, dude, we're soft. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I try and be fair while also, like, not losing the childhood fan in me, you know, right? Because that's no fun. It's like, well, I am just completely 110% objective about the Vikings. And we're just an organization that exists, you know, like, you know, that's no fun, but what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, we got Oscar in here too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Oscar, saying, Kyler said go Rams. Yeah, I just had my phone light up. Kyler just texted me. I'm assuming it's something Rams related. Rams fan, GGs. Hit me with the GGs. Hey. Lot of game left. Lot of snaps to be taken in this game. Lot of game left. But that was about as nightmarish of a start as we could have possibly had. Kyler says go Rams. Yeah, we'll see. But Eagle Eyes is saying the Rams are going to have to avenge the city of LA and also that horrible performance of the Chargers. Yeah, they do. They do have the country at their back, and I respect that. I do, right? It would be a cool story if they won. It would be cool, but not for everyone. Matt went to a Liberty game this summer, and they played not like us when they won. It was insane. Oh, that sounds sick. Yeah, we got Michael in here too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Michael. Fun fact, this is the third postseason game of the last 4 played in Arizona that did not involve the Cardinals. Yeah, well, it's going to be Super Bowls in this game, right? That's so tough. Oh, poor Cardinals. Poor Cardinals. I'm sorry, woman. Pigskin 2025. You remember, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, but in the first one, Roderick gets caught with like what's obviously supposed to be like a Playboy type of magazine, right? And his mom is chewing him out. She's like, "What do you have to say for all the women?" He's like, "I'm sorry, woman." That movie is such a guilty pleasure of mine, dude. It is so funny. I watched that so much as a kid. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yeah, there we go. Yep, yeah. Sebastian knows what's up. Sebastian gets the vibes. Let's go. Wolf saying Vikings aren't a fake 14-win team. It's just a horrible matchup for them. Well, I guess let's hope it's not a horrible matchup, but let's hope we're really not fake. Stafford deep. Puka again. Epic. Okay. So instead of Puka screens, they're just going to kill us with like Puka 20-yard routes downfield now. You know what? Just sprint like 10 yards past the sticks and then just settle down. Let's see. Wait, that's not Puka. I'm stupid. I just saw long hair and thought it was Puka. That was DeMarcus Robinson. That was not Puka Nacua. Gosh. Tough look for me right now. I look terrible. All right. Play action Stafford. Designed rollout. Just get the tight end in the flat for another first down. It has been a little too easy for this Rams offense so far. Stafford is 8 for 8, 98 yards and a touchdown. It should just be a pleasure. Oh, yeah. Matt with a nice Diary of a Wimpy Kid take. It's the real Zoomer millennial dividing line. We had Captain Underpants, and we liked it. Hey, Captain Underpants is kind of having a moment right now, too, right? They've got the animated movies. They brought in Weird Al to do the theme song. They're having a moment. But, yeah, those OG Wimpy movies, they were so good, dude. They were so good. Me to the Vikings when they lose. Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done. Come on, Vikings. Come on. It is better than a fumbled kick return 7 seconds into the game. Yeah, especially when like the team that fumbled it definitely recovered it too. Yeah, that is tough. Man. Laywell saying was kind of sad to see some kid actor. Wait, was kind of sad to just see on some kid actor. However, I'd be lying if I didn't laugh at the side-by-side pic of him and looking like Pleaky from Lilo and Stitch. Talking about the new Roderick, I think, maybe. But Rams offense is great, but the defense is going to have to step it up. Yeah, that's right nasty with Bulls right now. It is not looking good right now. All right. Yo, let's go. Lovato's back too. The simple man sees the stream and clicks on it. Welcome back, Lovato. Good to have you in here. Let's see the Vikings maybe turn it around a little bit. But, dude, this Rams offense is just rolling right now. Rams put up 48 on the Bills, dude. This might be a mulching of epic proportions. Oh, I don't want to get mulched. I don't want to get mulched. That doesn't sound fun. Jack knows a thing or two about fumbled kick returns. Did the Lions take the Vikings' heart last week? Maybe. Dude, I gave such an impassioned speech at the beginning of the stream, too. I was hoping that, like, Jonathan Grenard would watch it and be motivated to get 7 sacks today. Instead, Kyron Williams is going to... Ball! That doesn't matter. Whatever. They could fumble at every play and they'd get it back. God, come on. Either way, I mean, even if we got that, that's still concerning that, like, they've had a successful play almost every single snap. Look at the block by Puka. Man. Kyron breaking tackles. Ball pops out, but then Puka falls on it. There's Grenard trying to rip it away. That ball was out. Well, here we go. Rams are back near the red zone again. If I'm the head coach right now, what am I changing? That's a great question, to be honest with you. On the offensive side of the ball, I feel like I have a decent answer because that's been like one of my biggest beefs with the Vikings offense, and I don't want to get too nitpicky. Defense, I'd have to think about it because, to be honest, it seems like we have no answer right now. Like, some of it just might be personnel. Like, we're just a little light up front. We've got good pass rushers, right? I love Grenard and Van Ginkel and all that, but, like, we don't have a lot of mass up front. So when we get going against, like, a big boy offensive line like the Rams, we just kind of get throttled a little bit, you know? Okay, we will take that penalty. Here's what I'll say. If I'm the head coach, offensively, what I want to see on the next drive, and this is something that's just kind of been like a pet peeve of mine for the Vikings offense a little bit. Our passing game, it feels like we're trying a little bit too hard to get big plays. We're big play hunting just a little bit too much. It wouldn't kill us to send Jefferson on a slant every once in a while. Yeah, the 12-yard in routes are cool, and he's really good at them. And the 15-yard, like, deep comebacks are cool. He's really good at them, right? Dude, too many deep dropbacks. And when you get against a team with a good pass rusher that can blitz you, like, our pass plays just take too long to develop. And Sam holds on to the ball, and that's how we get sacked, and it kills our drives. And we saw that on the first drive, right? Thank you. We're ready for another Puka screen. But it wouldn't kill us to see Jefferson go on a slant or a drag every once in a while, right? Right now, I feel like our easy button with Jefferson, like, oh, we just got to get him the ball. It's like a little swing pass, a little bubble screen, right? You could send him on like a 5-yard slant. It's okay. He's good at those too, right? It's okay to get like 8 yards on first down on a Jefferson slant. I just feel like we've like almost never seen that this year. And he could like house it too, for all we know. He did that against the Chargers last year, right? He could take an 8-yard slant and take it 60 yards to the house. So, and I know like we go away from the running game a lot too. It's all right. I don't know. Jones is a good back, but again, our line isn't as good run blocking as it is in pass protection. And we don't have a change up from Jones. Like, Akers is fine, but it really just is all Jones. And so, like, if we can't get Aaron Jones going, like, we're just not running the ball. And it's frustrating to, like, go away from it. But honestly, our run game is, like, it's a little mid. It's a little mid. It could be better. Jones got us 1,000 yards. It's not as bad as it was last year, but those are a few things that I would do. But Thank goodness we're actually holding him to a field goal here. Still has been remarkably easy for this Rams offense so far. I will take being down 10, all things considered. We'll live with that. But Oscar's going to head out. Hey, no worries. I'm hoping for a good game too, but I appreciate you tuning in. It is a big drive right here. Lovato's asking what SKOL means. So from my understanding, it is a play on a Scandinavian greeting, which I think it's pronounced like SKOL, right? It's spelt with like the weird A. But it essentially is a Scandinavian greeting that means cheers, right? It's cheers pretty much. But also it's like cheers to like an epic victory, stuff like that. That's my understanding. It just means SKOL. I feel like Jefferson on curl routes would feed families. It does. No, like he's very good at them, right? And they're nice, easy options. And you can use curl routes to like clear out other stuff. If you want to like high-low, like a defender, right, that's like sitting in the slot, you send one guy on a curl and then send the other guy on like a post behind him, right? Like we'll do that with Jefferson and Addison, and it's like, all right, one dude is gonna have to pick to crash down on Jefferson or go guard Addison up top, right? One of these guys is gonna get single coverage. They're nice, but just I am not KOC. He is obviously smarter than me. But for me, a dummy watching from my chair, I just think too many of our pass plays just take too long to develop. But this is not the same defense. Yeah. Van Ginkel was all over those screens last week, and all of a sudden Puka's running over them. Dude, I don't know what it is, but like Puka's screens just seem to be a magic cure against us, I guess. Eagle Eyes heard that there will be packages for Danny Dimes tonight. I believe he's inactive, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm surprised. He has not been on the active roster yet. Part of me thought like, oh, we got him so we could do a comp pick Ponzi scheme, right? Like sign Danny Dimes, just keep him around as insurance, but also like put him on the active roster so that if he leaves, we get a comp pick. Like either we bring him back on a super cheap deal as like a backup, or he leaves and we get an extra draft pick. But we won't get that because I don't think he's active tonight. And I don't think he's been active all season. So that is pretty interesting. But I know there were the rumors of like Danny Dimes red zone packages and stuff like that. But it is the Norse equivalent for cheers. Wolf thought that my table was the floor and that bottle was a fan or something. Oh yeah, the water bottle. Yeah. No, the way that my camera is set up right now, it's angled a little weird. I think it's like pointed up a little bit higher than normal. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it kind of does look like the floor, doesn't it? But nope, my floor is a slightly different color. You might not really be able to see it much. Maybe if I do this, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, Daniel Jones comes in and makes it a 17-point comeback. Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine? All right, I need a little bit of water and a nice deep breath. And then I will see a glorious Vikings touchdown drive right here, right? I mean, surely. They're showing all the near misses from last week. Just bad missed opportunities in the red zone. Darnold holding on to the ball too long there. Just silliness. What else is there to say? Just a bunch of shucks moments. All right, here we go. We might try and run it on first down. We're motioning CJ Ham back there at fullback. Yeah. All right, we tried. That's like a gain of 2. But Michael's saying no. Uh-oh. I'm a little scared what might happen here. But Lovato saying we have a beer in Brazil called SKOL. Makes sense now. That's sick. No way. Dude, I'm going to have to try that. I'm going to have to see if I could get that shipped here or something. That is sick. A beer called SKOL. How have I never heard of that before? All right, play action. Darnold has time. All right, check down. All right, 3rd and manageable. Look at that. Way to take your check down there, Sam. Ryan Nasty asking, any tips on how to not have your mood tied to a sports team loss? I give myself a grace period, right? If the Vikings lose, I will most certainly be sad for a little bit, but I will not allow myself to be sad going to bed. I might eat my feelings again. We'll see. I'm not particularly hungry right now, but we'll see how the night unfolds, but I like to give myself a little grace period. Believe me, and you might have seen my streams like, wow, like, look at that. But oh, please tell me you caught it. Okay, good. I was crashing out internally last week, I will say. And honestly, after that that first 3 and out drive, that Sam Darnold sack, which made it like third in a million. I was like, this is not good. Good catch, Addison. Jack saying, finding out who the best players ever taken with comp picks seems like a cool thing to explore. Ooh, that is an interesting topic, honestly. Like, best comp pick schemes of all time. That is a fascinating topic. I might have to dive deep into that. I am going to have to take a mental note of that. That's a good idea. We're going to pass it. Check down to Ham. You know what? All right, Sam is taking his check downs. We'll take it. There's space. Shallow. Right? This is what I'm talking about. I say this. We're moving the ball. We're taking our check downs. But when you look at like that play, CJ Ham is the only dude within like 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Everyone's just so deep downfield right now, you know? Doc on the balcony. Yeah. Come on. Yes! Oh, snap. Let's go. Let's go. We got Aerozef in here. Welcome to the stream, Aerozef, with a good question. Is there any way to donate? Funny story about that. And I'm actually going to have this resolved soon. And I actually should have done this before I went live tonight, but whatever. So long story short, my channel is monetized, right? I'm eligible. I've been monetized for a while. However, AdSense has this thing where you have to verify your address physically. Like they send you something in the mail. They send you a verification code 4 months after you like first get set up to like get your channel monetized, right? And Sam gets sacked again. Very cool. I remember getting that envelope back in August and I was like, oh, this is important. I need this. And then I just forgot about it. And then I couldn't find it. And then a couple weeks roll around when I'm about to drop this new video. It's like, let's go. No copyright violation. Wait, why isn't it showing ads? Oh, I threw that thing away or I lost it or something, right? So I had to ask Google to resend me that code in the mail. And it just came, like I just saw it in my mailbox yesterday and I forgot to do it before I set up today. So no, not today, unfortunately for me. I mean, I will like, you know, but not today because I goofed. You might notice like my most recent video isn't showing ads right now. I did not get demonetized. I just goofed in a major way. That's all there really is to say. So it stinks. I missed out on some money, but what can you do? We're not snapping this ball. Yeah. The Rams have championship DNA, and they're not going to jump off sides like we do. All right. That was a nightmare first quarter, and we're down 10. We have the chance to make it a one-score game. You want some Vikings copium right there? There you go. This could be a lot worse. This could be like a disaster right now. But it's only a slight oopsie instead. But Lovato says, great to see a great throw from Sam. It's been 2 weeks since the last one. Yeah, you know, he's looked a little better on this drive, right? He's going through his reads quickly, dumping it off when he needs to. He's had a few nice throws. He had that nice one to Jefferson. Yeah, Sam looks a lot better on this drive. 6 for 6, 61 yards in the first quarter. There we go. Meanwhile, Stafford's 11 for 12, 124 and a touchdown. Stafford might have one of those games tonight, dude. He might have one of those games, but yo, let's go. Coach Spa Lord has taken the field. Let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders. Ryan Nasty saying, take my money. I appreciate it. Jack wants us to beat the Rams. You and me both. Oh, I want to do you a solid so bad, bro. I want to do you a solid. Logan saying, I was wondering the significance for Vikings in Minnesota. They couldn't have made it that far west, but the Call of Duty esports team is named after the Vikings too. Turns out, same owners. Well, here you go. If you've watched the John Boyes and Alex Rubinstein, the Dorktown Vikings documentary, you might know what I'm about to say, right? The Kensington Runestone. Legend, well, not legend. Back in like what, the early 1920s, someone in Minnesota, not too far outside of Minneapolis, found what they said was an ancient Viking relic, like it had ancient Viking texts or whatever, right? It's called the Kensington Runestone. They said it was left behind by ancient Vikings that settled there, right? And a lot of people got excited about it, right? A historian came in and was like, no, this is fake. This is like 4 or 5 different languages, just like mismatched onto one thing. Like, this is made up. This is not a real thing, you know, right? But then someone else came in wanting to take advantage of a state with a big Scandinavian population. It was like, oh yeah, that's true. That was left by like Leif Erikson, right? Yeah, they made it all the way to the Great Lakes going around the Hudson River and the Hudson Bay, right, when they first came to Newfoundland. And that Kensington runestone, according to, I believe, the team website, is credited as the biggest inspiration behind the name of the Minnesota Vikings. So there you go. That Minnesota has a very high Scandinavian population, but also the Kensington runestone. Shout out John, man. All right, 3rd and 10. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Do we have a 3rd down conversion in us? Rams are going to bring some pressure. Look out, Sam. Look out, Sam. There you go. Dump it off. Jefferson. I think we're going to kick it here. Those Stafford rumors, no, those were not true. There was no substance to them. That was complete like clickbait. There's a lot of reputable sources, a lot of reputable Vikings beat writers that said, no, there's absolutely nothing to it. All hogwash. Would have been sick, but no, there was no way. So we're going to kick it here, right? I would imagine. Yeah, there's Will Rijkaard. Make it a 1-score game, I guess, you know. Come on, Will. First playoff kick. First playoff kick for the kid. Here we go. 34-yarder. This one's easy, right? All right. All right. We are on the board. Can our defense get their poop in a group a little bit? Can we pull it together on defense now? Offense, that was a nice little take a deep breath type of drive. Not the best, right? Whatever. We didn't get a touchdown. Stinks to come up short again. Leave more points on the table again. We just need to take a deep breath. First drive, we allowed a touchdown. Second drive, we allowed a field goal. Third drive, maybe we'll force a punt. Who knows? That's how patterns work. Leaf Eric Pigskin. That's awesome. Leaf Eric Pigskin. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. It's actually very interesting. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Sebastian fired up for the secret base propaganda. Oh, yeah. You know it. You know it. Tapped in. But oh, hey, yo. About to go shower. What style? What style? Yeah, they got past Niagara Falls with 13th century naval technology. Dude, they're just that cracked. Vikings are just that cracked. I don't know what else to say. Eagle Eyes remembers the 56 pounds of beer. Oh, yeah, that was a crazy story. One dude drank 56 pounds of beer in a night. Dude, those 60s Vikings were crazy. Rhinasti has DNA with Vikings age individual VK320900CE. Oh, I'm reading that wrong, but I know what you mean. That's sick. Let's go. No, you're good. That's cool, though. Got Adri the Alchemist in here, too. Welcome to the stream, Adri. Good to have you in here. Yeah, this. Oh, man, you guys crack me up. Laywell says when the Chiefs lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship, he was pretty pressed until he saw them lose in the Super Bowl. That's legit. I get that. Oh, yeah. Especially in the fashion that game went. That game, honestly, like, this is going to sound crazy. You remember, like, the whole, like, Roman Empire trend on TikTok where, like, all these guys on TikTok pretended like they thought about the Roman Empire all the time? I mean, if you do, right, props to you. But, like, I remember when I first got asked that, my sister was like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? I was like, maybe once a year. She's like, well, guys think about the Roman Empire all the time. I was like, I mean, some probably do, but, like, not all of us. But my Roman Empire, to quote TikTok while it's still a thing, is on one of them is honestly that Chiefs-Bengals AFC Championship game. I mean, the first half, the Chiefs literally almost had a perfect half. They gained every possible yard they could have had except for one, right? They just came up short on that Tyreek Hill pass near the goal line to close out the first half. They were unstoppable in the first half. And then Lou Anarumo ran that drop 8 in the second half, you know? And, you know, you drop 8 back, rush only 3. It frazzled Mahomes so much, and then they won. It was truly crazy. It looked like the Chiefs were going to drop 50 on them in the first half, and the Bengals came back and won. all because of Captain Lou and Joe Burrow's aura. It was awesome. Oh, man. Logan says, always thought the Vikings were cool, although it really bothers me that the helmet is the same shade of yellow as the hair. It should be steel. Also feel like they could do much more with the uniforms as far as Viking themes go. Yeah, I get that. That is fair, you know. I like the numbers when they had like the little Vikings type thing on them, you know, and they've got the Vikings ship thing on the side, but oh, man. Game solved saying, can you repeat that? Sorry, I tuned you out while thinking about how many Super Bowls the Roman Empire would have. Dude, they'd be cracked. Caesar at quarterback? Let's go. Just watch out for him in the pocket getting stabbed in the back. Get him! Get him! Get him! Ball! Ball! Go! 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 Touchdown! Touchdown! Oh my goodness! We got pressure on Stafford. It's a gift from St. Bud Grant. Blake Cashman, scoop and score. Oh, we're back in it. Come on, let's go. Nah, bro, you did not throw that ball respectfully. Let's see. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Oh, that's baloney. That's a throw. This is a throw. Okay, that's got to be grounding. No, that's not a pass. Let's go. It was a scoring play, so they already looked at it, right? See. Okay, maybe it was the wrong call. Maybe it was the wrong call. Let's watch this back, though. See, that's the thing, though. Like, Puka's right there, but come on. Like, come on. Oh, come now. See, that's so stupid. He's in the area. He had no intent of actually completing that. Whatever. Fine. It's not a touchdown for the Vikings. Take the points off the board. But, like, in real life, come on, dude. Like, all right, whatever. Just do it again, I guess, right? This isn't going to decide the game. But, like, come on, man. I guess Puka's there, whatever. By the book, I guess that's like an allowed incomplete pass or something. I don't know. It's tough. It is unfortunate. Whatever. You know what? No, because now when we win, we won't have the refs made the call. You know, whatever. It is probably the right call, but let's just keep hitting Stafford like that, man. I don't know what else to say. Get mad, defense. Clean pocket for him this time, though. He sailed it. He sailed it. All right. 3rd and 10. KOC's fired up. Sebastian saying, Nero is a great wide receiver, but a massive diva. He would have totally ruined the Roman Empire's team chemistry and crashed out in the divisional round. Oh, yeah. If you don't get him like 12 targets a game, right, you start to run into issues. KOC is livid. He is livid. Yeah, I mean, yes, this is me when I try and pass the ball. Oh, man. All right. Just stop them, right? If we just keep them from getting 10 yards, then we won't get the points, but we'll get the stop. There we go. There we go. Gilly lock. Let's go. Good recovery, Stephon Gilmore. There we go. You're going to be a busy man here tonight. Trying to motion Puka into that bunch, right? Good coverage. Vintage rep from Gilmore right there. All right, we get the stop. Yes, it stinks that we lost out on the touchdown, but we get the stop. Eric's Roman Empire is secretly Chad Greenway. That's a good one right there. Oh, Chad Greenway. You know, we used to have a Chad Greenway got milk cutout in our elementary school cafeteria. Oh, dude. Brandon Powell sabotage. Oh, man. Michael saying first the Darnold face mask, then the phantom forward pass. What will the future think of next? Oh, who knows? It'll be the touchdown that didn't exist or something like that. Refs and Rams versus the Vikings. A little bit of controversy on that call. Yeah, I mean, just like from the looks of it, right? Like the opposite of like the rule of cool, just like the rule of common sense, like quote unquote in real life. Like if we're on the playground, like we're going to be like if we're on the playgrounds doing that and I'm trying to argue like, no, I'm passing it like this, like everyone's going to be like, dog, like, come on, just take the fumble. But the refs are doing their job. By the book, that's the right call. Whatever. We got to make our own destiny here, right? We still need to get going a little bit more, but good to see some life from the defense there. I'm a little bit more settled in now. First quarter, dude, it looked like we might be in for a humiliation ritual. But you know what? We're here. We're here. And Caligula, I might have said that wrong, was just a first century Charles Haley. The drama would be unbelievable. Charles Haley mentioned. Now, if we think straight, that was a genius play by Stafford. Oh, yeah. I mean, like the fact that he was able to like get that off, that is pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. But like Wilson, you got to believe their OC Marcus Aurelius would be able to cook up some diabolical looks for him, though. You know, it's funny. Y'all know way more about the Roman Empire than I do, clearly. I'm like, I think I know some of these names. I definitely knew way more about Greek mythology. I was a Percy Jackson kid, so I'd be like, yo, Ares at linebacker, let's go, you know. Hermes at wide receiver, you know. Poseidon at safety. He'd be a massive safety. I don't know. Hades gives me like cornerback energy, you know, right? Welcome to the underworld. You're getting locked up. But, all right. Ryan Nasty's Roman Empire's Immaculate Grids. Let's go. Maybe we'll do one during halftime. You know, I did hold off on doing it today and posting it in Discord because, like, you know what? Maybe we'll do a little halftime grid action. Maybe we'll do it for the stream. All right. Almost back to the game. ESPN Bet is advertising to the masses. Man, I got to get rid of this blanket, dude. I'm getting warm in this jacket. I like to keep the blanket nearby me. I just like having something on my legs, you know. Just makes me feel like nice and tucked in and cozy, but I'm getting a little toasty here. Big Percy Jackson fan back in middle school. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah, those books were goated. Hades has to be a defensive end. Oh, yeah. Put some Titans on the offensive line. There you go, Jones. Big play in the run game. It's good to see. Bang. First down. All right. There we go. Get Jones going. By far his best run of the night so far. Zeus at quarterback. I see it. When I picture like these Greek gods, I think of like how massive they are. Now that you mentioned defensive end, I just want to put them all at defensive end or tight end, you know. Poseidon would be a tight end. He's even got like the tight end hair, you know. All right. Toss to Jones now. Good block, TJ. Good block, TJ. Have I tried the PFF NFL guessing game? Link coming below. I have not. Maybe I'll try that alongside the Immaculate Grid during halftime. I have actually never heard of that before. The PFF NFL guessing game. I have never heard of that before. This would be the 11-time Olympian Bulls champion. Rome drafting Arminius was definitely a mistake in the long run. I'm chuckling. I'm sure that was a brilliant reference. I'm not cultured enough to get it. That one went over my head. Look out, Sam. Dude, you just got to get rid of the ball. That's like dog. Like whatever. It's a tough spot to be in, right? But pressure's coming, and instead of just like, I don't know, like he just like shrinks into like a little turtle shell, you know? I mean, let's watch this back and let's see if there's even any options to throw to. But like, pressure's coming. That's a good blitz, but you don't run backwards further. You aren't getting away from him, you know? You just lost like 4 yards you did not need to lose there. If you're going to take a sack, step into the sack. Easy for me to say, right? But like, Sam just does that sometimes. Now we got to snap it. They're going to rush 3. Should have time. Wobbler. Nearly picked. Man. All right. Offense is a little wonky early. Just a little wonky early. Jefferson beat him. It was there. I wonder if there was like some pressure Well, I say that. That second Rams defender came in and closed it out pretty well. It was a tough throw, but that was a huge sack. That's what I'm saying, dude. These sacks just kill us, right? Like, that one was a good blitz, though. That wasn't like, oh, we held on to the ball too long necessarily. Like, that was a really good blitz called by the Rams there. But blitzes kill us, dude. Like, we have very few answers against the blitz, it feels like. And it's just, like, so maddening for how good our weapons are. Oh, no way. No way. Ryan Wright is stunning on him. Hold on. Bailout? Bailout? Roughing. He roughed him. He roughed him really hard. Yes! Bailout. Let's go. Oh, thank you, referees. Holy smokes, we just got bailed out there. Wow. All right. Laywell's Roman Empire is the Hoenn region in Pokemon. That's awesome. Hoenn was so elite, especially Emerald, right? That would be Gen 3, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Some great legendary Pokemon, right? Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza. I had a crazy Rayquaza Pokemon card back in the day. I don't know if I've heard Rayquaza and Rayquaza. That shows how much I've like watched the show. I didn't watch the anime a bunch like that, but I played the DS games and I had some of the cards. But I had a crazy level X Rayquaza card. The Cynthia one, that thing was cracked. But I grew up with Sinnoh. I was Gen 4. I was a Sinnoh kid, so Torterra. Well, I guess Turtwig was my starter, but my Torterra went crazy. But Pokemon Platinum, that was the game I played growing up. Oh, I loved that game. I adored that game. Look at that. A lot of Pokemon chat. Renasty loves sacks. Diddy style. Oh, man. Man. Oh, I'll get to your question here in a sec, Aerozeph. Jefferson, there you go. That dude, see, they're ready for that, dude. Like, that is what we do when we try and get Jefferson an easy look. But like, we've done it enough at this point where like the Rams are definitely ready for that. Akello read that the whole way, and that's a great tackle by him, bringing down Jefferson by the ankle. Naylor kind of whiffed on his block there, but like, it's like just kind of a little predictable. I don't know. All right, here we go. Yo, you have the same card. That's sick. Can we please get this third down? Sam has time. Yeah. His arm might have got hit there. Just too short. KOC looks done, dude. Yeah. Just read it the whole way. Addison had 0 separation. That is tough. That is tough. What can you do? Just might not be our year. But Arrow saying, I wouldn't see ads anyways. You have premium. Sorry. It got busy at work. Do I have Cash App or a PayPal setup? You know, I did this last year, actually. It's so funny. Yeah, like, it's so funny because, like, if you're asking, right, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to, like, do this and be like, yo, like, send me money. Like, obviously, I'll take it, and I really appreciate it, you know, and it's, like, tough that, like, I don't have, like, the super chat set up right now, like, just because I made a silly mistake, right? But I did do that last year. Someone asked for a donation. I dropped the Venmo in chat. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'll think about it. I might drop it in here. I'll think about it. But I don't have PayPal or Cash App, though. I will say that. But Gens 2 through 5 all went hard. A lot of Pokemon chat in here right now. Getting some Hoenn love. Sinnoh stinks. Oh, Can't talk about Cinna like that, though. Oh, Cinna was great. Granted, again, how convenient that my childhood generation, my childhood region, of course that's the best one, right? But I liked Cinna. I liked it a lot. The birds were great, right? Chasing the legendary bird Pokemon. I enjoyed it. Venmo's the only one I don't have. That's tough. Hey, that's okay. Honestly, that's okay. Like y'all, yeah, I'm not at that point yet. Y'all don't need to be giving me your money right now. It's okay. Like it's okay. I'll survive. When the super chat gets set up, like it's an option. Like it's just a button that's there, you know, right? But yeah, I do really appreciate that. Like that is very kind and thoughtful of you. Like believe me, like that does make me happy that you'd even like think about that. But that's not why I'm here right now, you know. But well, okay. The birds weren't the OG Cinna Pokemon, but they were in the game though. You could still get them in Platinum. You're right. It was the fairy Pokemon. That was like the legendary trio. But the birds were in there too, though. That is fair. You did catch me lacking there a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, our offensive line just kind of lost that rep a little bit. Maybe Naylor was there on the cross, but yeah, Darnold short arms it. Yeah, he hits his hand on his helmet. O'Neal just getting pile driven back in there. Some Mudkip love too. Do you like Mudkips? Too much time for Stafford. Maybe we'll get a hold there, right? You have to think like, sure. Oh my gosh, Kyron is juking us though. Okay, this is surely coming back, right? Because otherwise, like, my lord, dude, they're flexing on us right now though. The fairies. Isn't that what they were, though, right? Spirit, Uxie, and Azelf, right? Were they not fairies? I know it's not like a fairy type because those got added in later. Or like they're like the emotion Pokemon, right? Something like that. It's been a while since I've played. But you know what I'm talking about. Weren't they fairies? Am I completely mistaken? But Spirit, Uxie, and Azelf. It was like, what, willpower, wisdom, and something? Oh, man, those were some dirty cutbacks. All right, well, we do have a 1st and 20 now. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Come on. Hey, there we go. Good breakup, Ginky. Garrett says, to quote the Pokemon Wikipedia, Mesprit is a small gray fairy-like Pokemon. Hey, we'll take it. Mesprit. Oh. Well, there you go. I can't read either. Hey, for what it's worth, right, Asti, I kind of do right now, too. I'm, like, getting things wrong. I'm pronouncing their names wrong and stuff. I kind of am, too. Oh, man. They're playing for LA. They're all 99 overalls today. Dude, they're all juiced right now. I mean, Kyron's a great back, and he's great downhill. I've never seen him juke like that before. That's kind of crazy. Good tackle. All right. Here we go. Surely we will not screw up this 3rd down, right? Beyblades. Heck yeah. I did some Bakugan back in the day. Again, never really watched the show, but I had a lot of Bakugan. Oh, man. Those were the days. Get me in here. I'll teach you Pokemon while I work. Dude, I might need a lesson. Stafford's just going to check it down, rally to the ball, wrap up, push him out of bounds. There we go. Defense gets another stop. The defense has a pulse now. All right. The defense has a pulse. The offense has been very choppy and up and down, but we have life. We are in this game. 3-time Pokemon Jeopardy champion with your friends. That's sick. That is a flex right there. How old am I? I'm 24 years old. Oh, nearly blocked. Nearly blocked. I'm not a millennial, obviously, but I was a millennial baby. I was born in 2000. But yeah, I'm 24 years old. Hard to believe saying that out loud. Duh. Oh, man. Got literally everything but the ball. Camus. Grugier Hill, he's been all right when he's had to fill in for Cashman when he was injured. That would have been a good one to have, though. Label had a Bakugan game for his Wii. Dude, I didn't even know they made that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Talk about some Beyblades now. Oh, man. Look at that. Always something new, right? Always a fun little surprise topic comes up in here. Logan saying Darnold just needs the whole team to whisper him sweet nothing so he can lock in. Dude, I will get out there. I will, I don't know. I will just encourage him, you know, right? We need KOC to be a nice guy to him. We need him to be like, I'm so proud of you, man. Come here, Sam. No, we all love you, win or lose. But also, if you don't win, you're losing your job. But right, Nasty's 20 when he's like, oh, Bakugan, was wondering if we had the same age range. I feel like a lot of people in here, I mean, I don't want to like age people or whatever. I will say we've had some older folks in here before, which I think is awesome. I think it's so sick that there's like older folks that tune in here too, or younger folks, you know. But yeah, I feel like we're all probably, most of us in here are probably Gen Z if I had to wager, which, hey, let's go. Gen Z. Aerozef will yap about Beyblades and Pokemon forever if you give him a stage. Dude, hey, you gotta start making, I guess, I don't know. Maybe you do already. Maybe you do, and I need to like check your channel out. But truly, genuinely, if you can yap about something and you want a stage, make your own stage, man. Just do it, right? Just do it. Just get started, right? Make a video, do a stream or something, literally anything, right? Create, you know. If there's something you're passionate about, Michael. Lovato's 28. He feels old now. Hey, now we need that, right? We need a good balance in here, right? We need someone that's like on that border, a zillennial, if you will, right? We need that. Garrett's wondering when we'll get the Pigskin Bakugan Wii Let's Play. Dude, what if I actually got that game and I like tried to figure out how to play it on stream? I do have some Wii Let's Play streams in mind, don't you worry. And some Madden ones too. And some Madden ones. Sam is 30. Get up with Pokemon Crystal, Diamond, and Black. There we go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I like the balance, though. It's fun, right? We got a bunch of different ranges in here, right? It's so cool, man. Michael Dreen. Wait, do you mean Josh Dreen? Is that who you're talking about, Caden? Josh Dreen? Sophomore year? The motivational speaker? That was an all-timer of a speech right there, man. He saved me. Josh Dreen, dude. I wonder what he's up to now. Remember the teacher dab? That's awesome. Lovato feels more Gen Z than millennial. I feel like a lot of people in that range feel that way. I know some people around that age range that tend to skew a little bit more Gen Z. Logan's 23. QB1 is a couple months older than him. Dude, it's crazy, right? Watching some of these football players, like, be younger than you. It's like, dang, like, have we hit Unk status now? Like, dude, Anthony Edwards is younger than me. That's just wild to me. And he's been in the NBA for a minute now, right? We were a freshman at UGA the same year. Like, I am older than Anthony Edwards. Like, that's just crazy. Wolf took a whole shower. There's not been a score since. Yeah. Hey, now I'm okay with that. I mean, it'd be nice if we scored, but the defense has buckled up a little bit. Defense has looked a little bit better. Offense has been a little bit wonky, though. Sam threw a pick. You missed it. But let's get this third down, shall we? There you go. Hawkinson. Oh, there we go. Hawkinson has been shredding man coverage ever since he came back from injury. Honestly, Hawk has had a pretty good year this year. The numbers aren't crazy because he missed like half the season, and he's been getting back up to speed a little bit. But, man, when you watch him, like, he will just rip apart man coverage. He's one of the best man beaters at the tight end position. We missed him desperately against LA, right? He didn't come back until that Colts game. It is big to have him to go to on third down. All right. Let's keep moving those chains. Toss to Akers now. Cam Akers revenge game. Cam Akers gets a hole. Go. There we go. There we go. No, we are most certainly in this game, all things considered, right? This is a one-score game right here. David Njoku or TJ Hawkinson? That is a great question. I love what... I honestly think they're pretty darn close, and I would have not said that a few years ago, right? Njoku has developed to a fantastic, complete tight end. Remember when he almost got cut because he wasn't blocking? Now he's like a great blocker. I love the way Njoku plays. I'm tempted to say Njoku, which is crazy. Dude, are you serious? Yeah, it's Rams ball, dude. Josh Oliver is saying that his knee is down. Boy, let's hope so. No, that ball is out. I think that ball's out before the knee is down. No, that ball's coming out. They're not going to change the call, dude. There's no way they can overturn that. Knee. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think his knee just might be down before it comes out. It is super close, but when they froze it right there, it looks like his knee was just barely down before it came out. There's still a part of me that's like, it wouldn't shock me if they didn't overturn it because I don't know. Like, it is an incredibly close call. It looks like the knee is down, though. I'm bracing myself a little bit for when they come back. After further review, Vikings suck. But I think it will be overturned. I'm saying all that. We are at 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second quarter, and I'm already just like clinging on to my sanity a little bit. All right. But like I was saying, man, I think of Justin Jefferson as this larger than life being, and bro is like a year and a half older than me, right? I mean, it's crazy, dude. Like, I mean, you think about like these rookies coming in now, right? It's like, dude, we've got guys born in like 2003 coming into the league soon, you know? Like, what? It is crazy. Logan saying he thought the Vikings were frauds. Then Hawkinson came back. He's the real X factor. No, he's a huge difference maker. Having that third option to go to, right? As if two wasn't enough. But again, Hawkinson is so good against man coverage. KOC asks a lot out of tight ends in this offense, right? He's a great route runner. He's not like an amazing athlete, but he's pretty good. And he offers you a lot as a blocker. Yeah, it's good to have him back. But Jefferson, kind of quiet so far. 4 for 42 for him, right? Again, Vikings just haven't had the ball a ton, you know? But also, I might have just had it spoiled for me. Wait. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I was looking at Gamecast. I have no idea, to be honest. But Logan saying, if the forward pass was convincing enough for these officials, I can't imagine this isn't. Yeah, we'll see. And I say knees down, balls out. That's something I've said before. Wolf saying, after further review, the game is blown dead and will result in a Chiefs Super Bowl, as well as Sam Darnold and Matthew Stafford being executed. All hail Mahomes. Bro. We kept the ball, and Josh Oliver might have kept his job. All hail Plankton. All right. And Akers is going nowhere. Weak side stretch play all over it. Man. Crazy that Notre Dame has a rootable football team now, and all they hate was just Brian Kelly. Yeah. I appreciate it, Laywell. Thanks for tuning in, man. Good to have you in here. Go Vikings indeed. You have a good night gaming with the fellas, man. Good to have you in here as always. The great Mo. Oh, man. Lamine Yamal won the Euro Soccer Championship for Spain at 16. Dude, he's crazy. Yeah. I watch soccer occasionally. All right, 3rd and 7. Come on. Come on. Bro, we got to snap this ball. Look out. Dude. Another, like, come on. He's going to score. It has gotten to be a problem, these sacks, dude. Like, sacks are a quarterback stat. There's just only so much he can do. I get that, but, like, it has been a theme now for a few weeks. And against a good, serious defense like this, it'll come back to get you. I mean, they didn't even blitz, but, well, I guess they maybe a delayed blitz, but again, like just no answers, right? We have no quick answers. Like we're still waiting for the plays to develop. Like, and a lot of this is on Darnold. Like, I think that's fair. Like, yeah, Darnold needs to get that ball out quicker. I'd be curious, though, to go back and watch the All-22. This is what I'm talking about. So many plays that just take, like, 4 seconds to develop, and you just can't count on a 4-second pocket every drop back, especially against a defense that can get after the quarterback like this. Like, we almost lost that Cardinals game because the Cardinals just kind of realized, yo, like, we can just blitz them, and, like, they're not going to have any answers because they're still waiting for their guys to get open downfield, you know? It has kind of been a Darnold meltdown. I mean, he's got a pick, and now he got stripped, and just looking a little frantic in the pocket. But honest to goodness, here's what I'll say. A lot of this is on Darnold, and he'll probably get the lion's share of the blame. Right now, I think some of this is on KOC. I do. This is something that has been a thing for a while now, and I'm sure he's got a perfectly fine reason. Like, I'm not going to act like I'm in the meetings and, like, know what they're talking about and know their game plan. But to me, like, we saw it last week against the Lions. We saw it against, like, the Cardinals, for example, right? Just, like, would you just start blitzing us? We have no answers. We have no answers. It might be time to say goodbye to Darnold as a Vikings. You know, that's what I was saying last week, right? Like, fair or not, how this game goes is probably going to determine his future. And he might lose a lot of money tonight. And he probably, like, if we lose and if it's like this the rest of the game, he might not be coming back. And it sucks because he gave us a great year, man. He played some great quarterback this year. But we'll see. We'll see. There's still a lot of game left. It's a 2-score game, right? It's not even halftime yet. But we need to find the end zone here quickly. Otherwise, then you start to just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, our season is kind of on the line, this drive right here. Like, our defense has stepped up a little bit, but now you can only hold the dam for so long. Like, you got to get a touchdown here to, like, make this a serious game. All right, we'll try a run. Fine. That's fine. Just get positive yards. I'm with you, though, Aerozef, right? Yeah. He's just a vet bridge quarterback with the system and staff around him. That is fair. No, that is fair, right? And, like, you know, like, it's definitely propped him up. I will say, though, like, there's been a lot of games where it's like, man, like, he just, like, hit some nice throws. Maybe he is getting frazzled, though. Maybe it is a mental thing. I mean, yeah, the lights look too bright for him last week. They're looking a little too bright right now. It's a thing, dude. It's absolutely a thing. Look at the difference between how he and Stafford have carried themselves, right? See, like, he's dancing around in the pocket. Someone should be open at this point, right? Like, he's holding on to the ball for a long time. Yeah, he should throw it away. But also, like, he bought himself a lot of time there. Like, something's got to give. He's got to, like, have an option to throw the ball to, right? Let's see this back. Let's see the coverage here, right? But look, he's holding it. He's holding it. He's looking for a throwing window. There's nothing. There's nothing. They double Jefferson, and there's just nothing. We don't have any answers. KOC, the scheme god, is not getting anyone open right now. Darnold's just going to step it up and rip it. Good throw. Good catch. First down, and that might have kept our season alive. That throw legitimately might have saved our season right there. If we're going to have any chance in this game. Good catch, Jefferson. It has not been good, though. The seeing ghosts allegations are there. That's good. That's good pocket manipulation right there, though, right? That's good, Sam. Stepping up in the pocket. He's got the arm. He can throw it off platform. He doesn't need to buy an extra second to set his feet and throw. He's able to rip it while Jefferson is still open. That's good, Sam. All right. We're just going to try and maybe get the last possession of the half, maybe. We're awfully content to just run it here. That's fine. But, yeah. This is his first playoff game, you know. JJ McCarthy just needs to be Sam Darnold to be a success. I do remember saying that. I do remember saying that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. 2-minute warning. All right, that's fine. Gives us a second to breathe a little bit. It's so funny, too, looking at his stat line. Like, Darnold is 12 for 14, right? He only has 2 incompletions, but the offense has been very inefficient. Have not seen Aaron Jones. Yeah, it's been a quiet game. He had 1 big run. That's about it. He's got 7 for 30. Vikings run game just really hasn't been a serious outfit for like a month now. Aaron Jones hasn't had a big game for a while. I'm going to pull up his game log right here, but we've struggled to get the running game going a little bit. Let's see, 10 for 45, 12 for 47, 18 for 67, 18 for 86 and a touchdown. That's pretty good, but I mean, last 100-yard game was before Thanksgiving, you know? Only one 100-yard game this season. It's not that he's been bad, right? Yeah, he got his 1,000 yards, top 10 in rushing yards, but our running game is all right. It's all right. Who gets the ball after half? I believe it's the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's us. Yo, wait. It's us, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, we get the ball. I thought this whole time that we didn't get the ball after half. There is a world where we can tie this up somehow. Ultimate Vikings cope right here. We can still tie this game up. We can still tie this game up. JJ too skinny. He needs to bulk up a lot this offseason. Yeah, I do worry, though, like, if he does that, how much quick twitch does he lose? And that's what really makes him special. Like, dude, if he could bulk up and still be, like, the separator he is, or the dude after the catch that he is, like, that would be sick. And maybe he should put on a few pounds. But, oh, you hear me twice? Wait, I think I know what it was. Sorry about that. Yes, I had my Mac turned up because for my virtual SKOL chant, I wanted the audio. Thank you for that. Yes. Okay. Good catch. I would not have caught that otherwise. I was telling myself I need to turn that down in OBS before I switch back to the shot of like me in the corner, you know. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I've had some wonkiness with the audio before. If you go back to my draft stream, which incidentally, I was also wearing this jacket, but there was a hilarious moment in the audio, like early on in the stream. It was like 5 minutes in maybe, dude. I was crying laughing when I went back and watched it later. But Arrow has restored the faith of the dock. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, sometimes Jefferson does get out muscled just a little bit. What's the halftime show going to be? Good question from Wolf. Probably some Immaculate Grid. Well, we'll do some Immaculate Grid. So I have to sneeze. I'm going to turn real quick. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right, 2nd and 7. Let's get a nice, honest 5-yard play right here, shall we? Screen to Jones, and he dropped it. Throw is maybe a little bit low. Jones couldn't hold on, and now he's holding his leg. Man. Sebastian saying, I will say, though, I think he's played too well most of the season to give up on him because of 2 games. Players need to have the freedom to make mistakes to develop properly. And that is the tough spot to be in, right? Because the upside of letting him go is the financial savings, and maybe you can be a bigger player in free agency or the trade market. But also, it is hard to move on from a guy simply for the sake of hypothetical cap space, you know? It's not going to be an easy decision. Grip it, rip it, Hawkinson short. We have to go for it, right? Like, our season's kind of on the line here. Ooh, some potential for some good pulls on the right-hand side of the column. Okay, there we go. Caden saying Coach BN is out on the turf for game 2 after some pregame motivation. Let's go. Let's go, Coach BN. Come on, dude. Like, you gotta throw the ball on 4th and 2. You can't just eat it. I don't care if your incompletion percentage or, like, your completion percentage goes down or if you turn it over. Like, you can't just eat the ball. That one's on Sam. That one, like, dude, you have to put it up. Let's see. What was the route concepts here? Jefferson just tripped. He might have not even been open anyways. Like, I get no one's open, but you do have to put that ball up. Like, whatever. It gets picked off. Oh, no. Like, you can't take a sack on 4th down. That was bad. Get JJ out on a scooter on there. Might need it. Who knows, dude? Now Kyron's going to get a nice 9 yards. Things are looking bleak right now. There's doom and gloom and storm clouds in my head. I'm getting flashbacks a little bit. Chat, this is not looking good. Metellus is hurt. Puka looks shaken up too. 2 of the best players on both sides of the ball getting injured. Oh, they hit each other there. Sam. No, seriously, like, yeah. Is this worse than losing to the Giants? I would say so, because I believed in this team a lot more than I believed in that 22 team. Like, I think this team is a much better team than the team that lost to the Giants. And yes, the Rams are also probably much better than the Giants. The game is not over. There's a whole half of football left, right? I'm not ready to wave the white flag yet. Even if the Rams score a touchdown here, you know, like, dang, we're down 24-3. That sucks. That's terrible, right? But, like, we've seen some crazy stuff, right? You can't give up yet, but yeah. Puka hurt. Yeah, he looks pretty shaken up right now. Kind of a bummer, dude. I love him so much. He's one of my favorite wide receivers in the game. Puka and Metellus both getting banged up. They're showing the Sam Darnold sack compilation right now. I mean, here's what I'll say though, right? And yeah, again, it might be tough to move on from him after a few bad games, but watching this, I mean, this kind of has been an issue all year, but we've been able to cover it up because, like, we've still been hitting big plays, you know? You live with Sam's aggression when it works out for you. You might live with a pick because the next time he chucks it deep, Jefferson's housing it. You live with taking a sack because the next time he holds on to the ball, he might hit Addison for 30 yards, you know? But that hasn't been happening today. We haven't had the good with the bad. And when there's no good with the bad, it's ugly, you know? And I don't know. This Rams defense came in with a good game plan. Like, again, I'm a simpleton when it comes to scheme at the end of the day, right? I don't know nearly as much as, like, a coach. But I don't, like, if I can point out, like, hey, the Vikings are taking too many shots downfield. They're just taking, like, they're calling too many shot plays, not enough quick, easy passes. You can blitz on them. If I can point that out, I have to imagine that the Rams coaching staff can also notice that, you know? But they were down 33-0 once. We have seen worse under KOC. Hey, we have seen the Jags come back 24-3, 27-0. I believe it was, right? Yeah. That's what sorry. 24-3 would be the hypothetical score if they got a touchdown here. But, Ginky nearly got his paw in there. Nakua's back, by the way, and here's a nice little announcer trope, and he looks just fine, doesn't he? Gets the screen and carries like 5 Vikings for the first down. Dude, Puka's such a beast. He missed like 7 games. I was like, whatever. I'm putting him on my second team All-Pro. He's that good. Touchdown. All right. Dude, quit showing like a dejected Jefferson on the bench. We get it. He's upset. It's going to be another offseason of, yo, Jefferson to the Bengals. How epic would that be? Oh, my gosh. Man. Quick little win probability update. Rams, 95.5%. We got PBSN waving the white flag. I'm going to be a little bit stubborn. I'm not there yet. I mean, we're going to be going into halftime down 24-3, right? Realistically, mathematically, it's extremely bleak. But we'll see how this first drive of the third quarter goes, right? What kind of response is this team going to have here in the second half. Oh, man. Wolf. I don't know, man. Justin Jefferson and Jerry Jeudy. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. Let's see just how great this culture really is, right? Let's see just how immaculate the vibes really are. Second week in a row, we've got punched in the mouth. Our season's on the line. We're down 3 scores, getting dunked on right now. What do you have, Vikings? What do you have? You need to show me something. I have believed in this team. You need to believe in yourselves. Come on. Come on. Oscar asking how I felt about that 4th down call. I agree with going for it, right? I mean, realistically, you're thinking, man, we got to get a touchdown here, right? We get the ball to start the second half. If we get a touchdown here, feasibly we can tie the game up, right? Yes, it stinks to be down 21, but like I will always favor the aggressive call, right? We just got outplayed there, right? Like, yeah, maybe we could have punted it, and maybe we could have stopped the Rams, and like we'd be down only like 21-3 right now, right? Like I get that you can like play those margins, but I think at the end of the day, like, nah, man, like we just tried to pick up a very manageable 4th down and we got outplayed. Like we have just straight up got outplayed this first half. There's no amount of 4th down think pieces or like potential Stafford forward passes or whatever. Like we could do this all we want, but the truth is the Minnesota Vikings have been the far worst team here in the first half, and we deserve to be down by as much as we are right now. We deserve the egg on our face right now. How will we respond? How will we respond? We have been knocked down one final time. Can we pick ourselves up one final time? Do you want to keep playing football, Minnesota Vikings? Show me something. Show me that you want to keep playing. You've got 30 minutes to save the season. Let's do it. Let's play a freaking immaculate grid. Let's go. Let's get it pulled up here. See if it's actually working in OBS. There we go. All right. Only one team. Michael, you are right. You were right. Potential for some crazy pulls here. You're absolutely right. All right. So we've got Vikings, Rams, Vikings, Cardinals, Vikings only one team. That one might be crazy. We've got Bengals, Rams, Bengals, Cardinals, Bengals only one team. We've got Panthers, Rams, Panthers, Cardinals, and Panthers only one team. If anything, if nothing else goes right for me tonight, let's at least get some decent Vikings polls on this one, shall we? Let's at least get some decent Vikings polls. All right. Vikings, Rams. I mean, we were just talking about this last night, right? The coach pet players. You can think of the KOC crossover. You've got Cam Akers. You've got Johnny Munt. You've got Brandon Powell right off the dome. Let's do Johnny Munt. Johnny Munt is a fun one. Bang. 1% Johnny Munt. Johnny Munt, 1%. Vikings, Cardinals. Part of me wants to say Benny Sapp, but I'm scared. I honestly don't know if he played for the Cardinals or not. I always have a gut feeling that he did. I also just wanted to flex Benny Sapp right there. E.J. Henderson didn't play for the Cardinals. He just snapped his leg against them. Vikings, Cardinals. Adrian Peterson could be a good one, right? Although I feel like a lot of people might think of that immediately. But true story, Adrian Peterson played for the Cardinals. I believe he even got a 200-yard rushing game with them. Michael Floyd would be another interesting one. Remember Michael Floyd, good wide receiver for the Cardinals for a little bit. Fun fact, he's now a realtor in Rochester, Minnesota. He's from Minnesota, and he's now a realtor there. Kind of a cool story. He's turned his life around a little bit. You know, he struggled with some like substance abuse and personal issues back when he played in the NFL, but it's really like, you know, he's really like turned his life around. Good to see him carve out a nice life for himself. That I don't know how I even like found that. It was like on the Vikings subreddit or something. I was like, oh, that's so sick. Let's see. Corey Stringer for the Vikings. Oh, man, rest in peace. I suppose he was only one team, wasn't he? We'll do Big Kid. Yeah. Corey Stringer, man. Heartbreaking. 0.8% Corey Stringer. Greg Cook, Bengals only team. I'll believe you. I don't know who Greg Cook is, to be honest. We'll get Greg Cook. Are you kidding me? 0.3%? Oh, my gosh. Tahir Whitehead Panthers cards. That's a good one. We'll do it. I almost did Whitehead. Tahir Whitehead. Bang! Oh my goodness. Come on. That's disgusting. Bulldog AJ Green. Oh, yeah. For Bengals Cardinals. AJ Green. That's right. The AJ Green Cardinals days. I forgot about that. That's tempting. I might rip that later. We'll see. Let's see if we can get this last Vikings one here first. We can do better than Adrian Peterson. Oh, Byron Murphy? Yeah, Byron Murphy, Patrick Peterson, dude. I forgot Patrick Peterson played for the Vikings. He was on the Vikings for 2 seasons, I think, right? Or was it just 1? But yeah, that would have been a good one. I'll do Michael Floyd. I gave like this nice, beautiful speech about him. I gotta hit him. Bang! 1%. 1%. Arrow's saying, don't remind me of AJ Green on the Cardinals. Tough. Panthers only 1 team. Let's get a Panthers sicko right here. Pharaoh Cooper, Rams, Panthers. Wow. Bang! 0.3%. Troy Hill, Bengals, Rams. I'm getting carried again a little bit, but it's chill. Bang. All right. We've got 2 left here. High tide. All right. We've got 2 left here. Carson Palmer, Bengals Cards. Ooh, that'd be a good one. I feel like that'd be a pretty high percentage one. Let's see if we can dig in the bag just a little bit deeper. And Panthers only 1 team. I don't even know who that dude is, eagle-eyed, but I believe you. I almost thought his name was Pilates for a sec. Who the heck is that guy? That would be the lowest percentage I've ever seen. Are you kidding me? Like, we legitimately, I say we because that was not me. That was all you, eagle-eyed. You might have been the only person to guess him today. All right. Bengals, Cardinals. Cameron Artis Payne. Ooh, that's a good one. That would have been for Panthers only 1 team, right? That would have been a good one. Will Greer. Man, I'm missing a lot of good ones. All right. Let's see. Cardinals, Bengals. Yo, wait. No, he didn't play. He didn't play for the Cardinals. I thought of Andre Smith, but that doesn't make any sense. We'll just do AJ Green. Whatever. We'll just do AJ Green. We still killed it. Bang. 29. That's crazy. 29% and the rarity score is still 34. That's just bananas. All right, we'll do one more here. Let's do another speed grid. I haven't played this one. No, I did play this. I played this one on my phone at work. But no, I didn't because I never do that. All right. I don't like that one. Oh, another Vikings one. Okay, again, if anything else, we're going to get some nice Vikings polls here. Pharaoh Cooper, wasn't he an all-pro in 2017? Hey, no, there's no selling, right? I could think of anything else. I mean, there's Carson Palmer, but, like, nothing wrong with that. Garrison Hurst. Oh, that would have been a good one. Garrison Hurst. Jeff Blake. Man, you guys blow me away. I thought I was decent at grids. Y'all are coming in here with Jeff Blake. Man, I got to step my game up. All right. Bears, Bills. I mean, you could immediately think of Trubisky, right? Kyle Orton. We had Kyle Orton on stream last night, at least on the grid. We didn't have Kyle Orton on my stream. That would have been crazy. But we'll get Kyle Orton. Bills, Vikes. Obviously, you could get Diggs. You could get Rhodes. You could get Jerome Felton. I think that's who I'm going to do. Jerome Felton. Oh, 0.2%. Jerome Felton. Let's go. All right. Bills, 5,000 yards rushing in a career. You could get O.J. Simpson. You could get Thurman Thomas. You could get C.J. Spiller. You could get Fred Jackson. I believe you could get Reggie Bush. I think he got the 5,000. That's a pretty high bar, but I think he got it. Yes, 2% Reggie Bush. Jeff Blake. Wait. Oh, just can't believe. Dude, I'm caught lacking on my Jeff Blake knowledge. Ted Ginn, 49ers, Bears. Wow, I had no idea he played for either of those teams. I just always think of Panthers and Dolphins. Oh, is it just 1D? Wait, you said 49ers, Bears? We'll do it. Bang, 2%. All right, Bears, Saints. What about Vikings Saints? You could get Adrian Peterson for that one too, but I've got an even better one. Oh, I know this one because he called out Vikings fans before the Saints played the Vikings in the playoffs. This was the Minneapolis Miracle game, right? 2017. Saints fullback Zach Line, who used to play for the Vikings, said, "Yeah, it doesn't even get that loud there." And everyone got so ticked at him. 0.4% Zach Line. We've got 2 fullbacks for the Vikings so far. That's awesome. All right, Vikes Niners. Unfortunately, I don't think I can think of a third fullback for Vikings Niners. We'll get Trent Sherfield. Trent Sherfield should be a pretty good one. 0.3%. All right, we killed it. We killed it with the Vikings square. Yes, they are Bonyo. They are destroying the Vikings right now. This is how I'm coping, is playing Immaculate Grids. But you know what? It's a long game. There's a lot of snaps of football left. Unfortunately, the snaps that counted in the first half, they did kind of kill us. But I am slightly in denial right now, so it's chill. But yo, Seavey, welcome back. Good to have you in here. Says, seems like you guys are having our luck from last night. Dude, who has it worse than us right now, right? Man, yeah, that was pretty rough. I'm sorry about that, man. That was a tough game, but all right. Come on, Vikings. Bounce back, but good to have you back in here, CP. Welcome back. Dude, I had another Grossi raid yesterday, believe it or not. That was crazy, but all right. Bears Saints. Bears Saints. Saints 5,000-yard rusher. Could have got Reggie Bush for that too. What about Pierre Thomas? There's no way he got to 5,000, did he? I don't think. Yo, Pierre Thomas played for the Bears, didn't he? I don't know why I know that. Pierre Thomas definitely played for the Bears. No! Why did I think that? Why did I think that? What am I thinking of then? Why did I think he played for the Bears? Nope. Oh, okay. That's just on me, man. I thought I had a sick Pierre Thomas pull there. All right. Oh, thank you, CB. That was pretty cool. Thank you. Chris Dolman, Vikes 49ers. That would have been a good one. Yeah, that's a very slept-on one right there. Tracy Porter. Is that who I was thinking of? I knew someone from that 09 Saints team. Also, Tracy Porter. That name. Oh, you want to talk about Vikings trauma. Tracy Porter ruined my childhood. He was the dude that picked off Favre. You know what? And it's funny. I'm gonna quote PA verbatim. Obviously, like, Detroit is a different animal now. Hey, Vikings, this isn't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. This isn't Chicago, man. This is the Super Bowl. Sorry, Bears fans. Had to. George Rogers. George Rogers, 5K for the Saints. Didn't he win a Heisman? Bang. All right, we'll take it. Not my best performance. Well, I say that. Honestly, the ones that we got were kind of crazy. This one left open. Vikings fullbacks kind of carried me a little bit, but he did ruin Colts fans' childhoods too. Yeah. All right. Successful grid run right there. Let's get back to the game. Let's shock the nation. Let's shock the world, shall we? This is the Super Bowl, not Detroit. Oh, Darnold could have been a good one for Vikings 49ers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lovato saying, well, it's better like this. Now there's no shadow of a doubt who our QB of the future is. Yeah, that is true, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of this game goes. I'm going to need some time to stew on my take because I was very openly pro Darnold just like a few weeks ago. And it is a difficult situation. I think, dude, I don't want to be a boomer right now and be like, well, we lost and also our offseason is kind of going to suck. Who knows? I say that. I will say the Vikings will have a lot of cap space regardless. They still have their first round pick. They've got a very talented team. You've got an infrastructure that you believe in. We will have the offseason conversations once the Vikings season ends. And right now, the season is not over yet. It's time to start the second half of the game. There's a reason we play 4 quarters, so let's play those 4 quarters, darn it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Caden saying DK Metcalf just learned the hard way. What button triggers a lateral? Oh, no. That's so tough. Oh, man. You going to bench him? Is Coach B going to lay into him? All right, here we go. Take him to the cleaners. Negative points. Nah, bro, we got this. Come on. All right. Second half, Sam. Second half, Sam. SKOL. 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 Oh, let's go. Let's go, Vikings. Come on. 21 points ain't nothing. Come on. Let's go. Also, my Gallarhorn form was crazy. That looked nothing like blowing the Gallarhorn. I don't know what I was doing with my hands there. All right. And the first play, we don't know what we're doing. Sebastian saying Darnold may have been too recent to be low percentage. Yeah. Like I was saying, did somebody say DK Metcalf and then naturally follow up by saying Mike McDonald? Did someone say Mike McDonald? Let's go. We got blessed by the Jaguars' voodoo magic. Take us to the good place. Take us to the good place. Darnold with time, still holding it, drilled as he throws. And it's caught somehow. Man, blowing something. Darnold just keeps getting hit while he's throwing. But again, I mean, for the most part, that's solid pass protection, right? If you're a quarterback and you get that much time to throw, that's pretty good. Good catch by Addison. I don't know how we got that in there. Safe drive, Ryan Nasty. Appreciate you tuning in, though. Yeah, that's smart. Lives rent-free. All right, get a few blocks. There you go. Can't get it all back in one play. A nice, honest 5-yard run. You know what? A lot of epic comebacks are built on nice 5-yard runs on first down. Dude, Kobe Turner has gone stupid against us. 2 sacks. Byron Young with 1.5 sacks. Akello with the sack on the blitz. Yeah. All right. There you go. He's got time. Pump fake. Now we'll get to the check down. This is not an issue of pass protection. I really don't think so, right? Again, especially against a good defensive line. That is enough time. Like, something's got to give here. That ball's not coming out. Is Sam just blind, or are we still waiting for our routes to develop, or are we covered? Like, look at how far down the field Jefferson is, right? Would it kill us to have him run a single slant? And Versa is good. No, he's, yeah. You know what? He's elite. Now we miss Naylor. I mean, do you go for it here at midfield already? You're down 3 scores, right? Like, 4-score game in the second half, it's over. You do kind of have to go for it. I really think so, right? You can't punt on a 4th and 5 here. You have to try something. I mean, man, that's just a bad throw. All right. I get it. I don't know. 4th and 5 is a long ways to go. But, dude, like, if the Rams get a field goal, it's game over. Like, I guess if they get a field goal, what? They're up 24. That's still technically a 3-score game. But, I mean, let's be honest. We're probably not getting 3 2-point conversions. I don't like that punt there, to be honest. First drive of the second half. I know you want to play the long game and, like, not get too crazy. But also, like, especially like Rams touchdown, right? We know Sean McVay is good with the opening script. I mean, if the Rams just like go on a touchdown drive, it's game over, right? We just gave them the ball back. Our defense did look a little better second quarter, but like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm probably grasping at straws and coping either way, believing that there's any shot, like any chance that the Vikings would do anything, but PBSN saying we want Mullins. Do we? I mean, I don't know. Do we? He's no Dallas Turner. Oh, he Dallas Turner is no Jared Verse. And I like Dallas Turner a lot. I like what Dallas Turner has turned into. I still believe that like we can develop him into a pretty good player, but nah. Nah. Oh well. What are the nerds? What does the robot think of that fourth down decision? Let's go take a look while we have some time. Yeah. Now, Sam Darnold is losing a lot of money right now, I will say. Like, Sam Darnold, congratulations. You are a Raider or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But I won't put it all on him. I don't know. Like, but a lot of it is on him. A lot of it is on him. What was I doing? Yeah. I'm a little frustrated with the offense. Just I don't know. I saw someone in chat say earlier that KOC's got to go. Definitely not there. Like, no, like KOC's still a good coach. Honestly, my KOC take, it's funny because like he's like the offensive coordinator, right? And he calls plays. He's a better culture coach than he is play caller. I really think so. I think his scheme has a lot of good ideas. And I'm just like, I'm going to be so annoying about this probably the rest of the game, but whatever. It has been just like the same story. It's like, man, like you're just calling like all these deep passes in Madden, right? And eventually you keep getting sacked by the CPU. It's like, yeah, like when like the play takes 5 seconds to develop, you can have 4.5 seconds of good pass protection, but like eventually you got to get the ball out, you know? There you go, Pace. Someone showing life. Ivan Pace showing life. Thank you. All right. Good stop. Michael asking Sam Darnold to Indy. That's an interesting one, right? Have a little competition between him and Richardson, right? I do think, I don't know, it's tough, right? Because if you're really all in with Richardson, like, do you want to bring in a serious threat for him, right? There was the whole turmoil of benching him and stuff like that and all that stuff. Like, you know, you don't want to shake his confidence too much by, oh, they just got a better Flacco, you know. But that being said, he's probably on thin ice, you know. And now Kyron's going to get all the yards back and then some. Arrow saying this might be a poopy doo-doo game, but at least my Philadelphia Flyers won. Well, there you go, right? Let's go hockey. Games say, nah, I agree. KOC's got to go get a contract extension. I mean, that's what's going to happen, right? And rightfully so. Like, I'm not saying, yo, we should let him be a free agent. But I will say, like, honestly, KOC's got to get in the lab low-key a little bit if he's going to keep being the play caller. Otherwise, I don't know. I wouldn't hate if we brought in like a coordinator to call plays for him, but KOC still helps scheme. I don't know. The in-game play calling from him has always been a little up and down. Come on, rally to Puka. He got it. Lovato would love to see him in Indy. He fits the club. Don't want to see him go to a QB cemetery like the Raiders. Oh, yeah. I mean, he would need to go to a team with at least a decent infrastructure in there, right? If you're like... I say like the Giants, they're probably going to draft a QB, but like, okay, let's just say it was the Giants though, right? Nah, he's not going to like thrive there. Like we saw what happened when he was on the Jets, right? Things need to be good for him to mitigate a lot of the negatives, right? The aggressive throws, you better get some good receivers that'll go get them, right? Stuff like that. Get him. Man, Stafford still got that in there. Stafford got crushed, and he still got that ball off. But see, like, look at that. They didn't have to wait 80 years for a guy to get open. Like, right as the pressure's coming, Stafford has someone to throw to. That was a great throw, too, man. That was a pretty ball. That was a great ball. Stafford's still cooking. Obviously, his counting stats have tailed off a little bit, right? Because game script, they're not going to be slinging it around as much. They're going to try and slow things down now here, especially in the second half. But man, I won't lie for a sec. They're showing the divisional playoff graphic right now, and they have like a little divider between the Vikings and the Rams. I'm not going to lie. For a second, it looked like they had like the line like striking through the Vikings logo as if like, yeah, let's be real. They ain't playing in that game. I'm just seeing what I want to see. Whatever. Rams tight ends are feasting. Yeah, Higbee has 5 catches. They've thrown to forgot their names. I don't know if Parkinson is healthy or not, but he's one of them. Wow, a Stafford incompletion. Lovato saying, what is keeping this Rams team from seriously contending again? I mean, the big concern was like the offensive line, right? And like the offense and Stafford has been a little bit streaky, but if they get hot, they're scary. But we don't know if they can get hot for 4 games. I don't know, man. The line has looked pretty good today, and Stafford has looked pretty good today. They're well coached. I mean, shoot, like if I'm the Eagles, I would be like, dang, like this is going to be a game. I mean, if you're going to win the Super Bowl, you got to beat the best, right? Like you absolutely have to show up. There should be no, oh, well, I hope we don't get this team. Like, nah, just line them up one by one, right? I like the Travis Kelce quote he gave this week when someone asked about like, oh, do you want to avoid the Bengals? Cup caught it. Cup caught it. What a catch by Cup. Good adjustment. But, you know, that, like, for better or worse, not to get too talk radio-y, but, like, it's also probably true. Like, that is a championship mentality, right? I truly believe Travis Kelce when he says, like, I don't care if the Bengals get in or not. Like, we'll play whoever, whenever, right? Some teams have that mentality more than others, and I don't know. I don't know, man. We see one team that has that mentality here today, but, yeah. Kira Cat's in here. Welcome to the stream, Kira Cat. Saying, I'm sorry, Dr. Pigskin, PhD. I'm thoroughly enjoying this Darnold hate watch. Hey, as you should be, right? If you're doing a Darnold hate watch or a Vikings hate watch right now, you're probably feasting. Yeah, I get it. Maybe we need a real quarterback like Bo Nix. I don't know. Michael says, last time the Rams won the Super Bowl, they won a wild card game on Monday Night Football against a team with Byron Murphy, and the game involved Arizona, and they had a defensive touchdown in that game. Dude, that is true. That was the Monday Night wild card game. Rams Cardinals. Good pull right there. Yeah. Good pull. Sebastian saying, maybe Darnold could join the Lions and cook the Vikings in Week 18 of next year to get us to 17-0. Oh, we need a clip for something? Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, the Bo Nix thing. Yeah. Joe Flacco to the Vikings. Nah, we ain't getting the ball. It's not our ball. Oh, Kyron doesn't look good. Man. We need Aaron Rodgers. No, we do not need Aaron Rodgers. We're good. We're all right. We do not need Aaron Rodgers. I would rather have Sam than Rodgers. Banyo saying some salty Vikings fan named Jason Owens wrote an article for AOL about how Matthew Stafford got bailed out on the fumble 6. See, yeah, maybe it was a dumb call, but also that's just not the reason we're losing right now. Like, whatever. Cool. Put the 7 points on the board. We're still just getting thoroughly outplayed, right? That's like, that was the thing that was so frustrating about last week too, is like, we just looked like we did not belong out there, you know? Is it possible the final score ends up being 34-11 because that would be wicked deja vu? That is actually like incredibly possible, right? The Vikings score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion. The Rams get a field goal and a touchdown. Yeah, they're challenging that. See, I was like, they're like, I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, yeah, there's no way, right? They challenged that. KOC hasn't been. I'm being a little mean to KOC right now. I say all this like he's obviously been a great coach for us. Like he has. I don't want it to come across like I'm taking him for granted or anything. He's also not like the most like there are some things he's better at and some things he's not quite as good at, you know, as any coach would be. He's not perfect, you know, but when your favorite team is getting humiliated in a big spot again, you start to just nitpick all the negative things and everything sucks and everyone sucks and football is meaningless. Maybe the Vikings could use a slightly used Mac Jones. Oh. Oh. We'll take Trevor. We'll take Trevor. How about that? Drew Lock. Where's Jack? About to pop up right now that Drew Lock has been mentioned. Drew Lock, Mike McDonald, Shane Waldron. This was not the night to do his very best Brad Childress impression. Brad Childress. What a name. Brad Childress. Yeah. Yeah. It ain't our ball. That's our ball. That's our ball. It ain't our ball. I'm not very good at that, but you know what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm trying to do. Man. This has been a long commercial break. Just letting me sit with my thoughts. Oh, cool. Pringles ad. 2 flavors, 1 bow tie puff. No way. And a Burger King ad to boot. Drew Lock has more touchdown passes in the last 3 weeks than Sam Darnold. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. He probably does. No, that checks out, right? He had 4 or 5 against the Colts? Yeah, that checks out. Golly, man. Do I play any sports games on stream? Good question by Lovato there. I've played a little bit of games. I had my fun with Fortnite. I will say, without spoiling too much, I'll do some grand unveiling later. But I've got a pretty fun sports games stream series coming up here in the off season. We'll do that. We'll do that during the off season when football season has died down. But I do have something pretty excited coming up for that. So it's something I flirted with doing last year, and I think I was a little bit too ambitious with my idea. And I just I was like, all right, how can I make this just a little bit more manageable? And maybe this is this other idea I have, I'll do this later, right? But keep your eyes peeled and say I don't know, March or April or something. I know that sounds like a ways away right now, but I've got something cooking in the chamber for that, but also just be playing games on stream as football starts to wind down. I'll be doing that a little bit more. I like just playing a game or just hanging out and chatting, right? Doing quizzes, stuff like that. Being able to interact with you guys a little bit more. Just hanging out, talking ball, and anything else that comes to our mind, like Bridges or the Roman Empire. Thank you, Ginky. Some life. Some life. All right. Defense shows some life. Man. Wolf saying cope on Fortnite. Dude, I got to sit here and suffer through this all, man. I got to take it. I got to take all the pain and suffering. Meanwhile, it's just a game. But, you know, it's important. But Arrow said, I just stuttered so hard to my coworkers that they called me Porky Pig. Oh, that's tough. Porky Pig. Maybe since you're so in love with him, they could put Brandon Staley at QB. I do love me some Brandon Staley. Is anybody surprised about what happened? Nope. Nope. He got it. Well, it is still technically a 3-score game. We need 3 2-point conversions, though. We are down a timeout, though. That's a good point by Wolf right there. McNabb was with the Vikes. Yeah. Vikings went from Brett Favre to Donovan McNabb to Christian Ponder, who would not lose this game in a 3-year stretch. Dude, those early 2010s Vikings were dark, dude. The bad Favre year, McNabb, and then Ponder. Yeah, a little bit of Josh Freeman mixed in there, a little bit of Matt Castle mixed in there, right? I mean, you really think about it, the Vikings quarterback position was a revolving door before Kirk Cousins got there, right? Even Teddy. We only had Teddy for 2 years. 1 year, 1 full year as a starter. He started most of 2014. But 1 full year as a starter. 2016, it was over for him as a Viking, right? He got injured. And then Bradford came in. Sean Hill started a game too, right? And then we had Kirk for 6 years. And now we have Darnold for a year. And now we don't know what the heck we're going to do again, right? I mean, it's just been this constant question. Even with Kirk, right? It's like, well, he's kind of good. Is he a franchise quarterback or not? And it was the same song and dance for 6 years, you know? And now it's like, well, let's hope this kid is good. Let's hope J.J. McCarthy is good. Oh, yeah, Case Keenum, obviously. Yeah, we had the one fun run with Case Keenum, right? What will it be like if Kirk was in right now? Same story. I don't know. I mean, we saw Kirk play this year with Atlanta. It wouldn't be really any better. Kirk would still be getting hit. He would be getting sacked. It's not like he'd be getting away from this pressure, you know. But, yeah.
Roasting someone for stuttering is an American thing. Doesn't happen in my country. That's fair. When you really think about it, it's like, dang, that is kind of crazy. Yeah. There was a Joe Webb playoff game. It was against the Packers, actually. It was the year they made the playoffs with Ponder at quarterback. That was the year Adrian Peterson won MVP. Christian Ponder just like mysteriously, I say mysteriously, like he was banged up, but he got hurt and he missed that game. And all of a sudden, Joe Webb comes in and he did the impossible by making Vikings fans miss Christian Ponder. We were like, oh my gosh, like it actually can get worse. And then I say this because I did this too. We kind of tricked ourselves into, what if Christian Ponder could be like a decent version of Alex Smith and just Adrian Peterson is so good and that's our answer? Nope. Yeah. But what can you do? Pondering is when you overthrow your running back in the check down by 9 yards, resulting in a pick six. Yeah, he had a few of those moments. Man. Well, now it's probably do or die, right? I mean, dude, like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Let's see. Can we get a miracle on the return? Ty Chandler showing a little bit of life. You know what? All right. Few guys on the team are showing some life, right? We've had a few guys pitch in a little bit. Here we go. Come on. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is cool to see LA get a win after what happened, right? Oh, yeah. At least one LA team's got to win, you know. Tried to catch them napping with a Jones run there. Still just not getting a whole lot. Oh, yeah. No. One of my best friends is a Packers fan, and he's always like, man, I miss 2011 Rodgers. Man, I miss when you didn't remind me of that. Dude, I will say it. That is like one of the best seasons ever by a quarterback, though. Sam has been sacked 6 times. I would say like 4 of those have been his fault. Play action. Come on. Surely this deep shot will work, right? Jefferson is clamped. No, we ain't getting a flag for that. It's the playoffs. That was good coverage. Man. He's just in his hip pocket the whole time. Maybe a little bit of grabbing right there. Yeah, you can see that. But, like, yeah. Dude, it's the playoffs. See, this is like, I don't know. We are a bit too finessey of a team sometimes. I don't know. There you go. First down. Let's cope. LAC is a cursed acronym. Clippers or Chargers, forever bad, and barely any fans care. Yeah. LAC versus the LAR or the LAL or the LAD. Jack says, I leave for an hour and the Rams are winning by 3 scores. It's been bad, man. It's been bad. It's been bad. Do we have a miracle in us? Do we have a miracle in us is how I'm coping. A lot of coping right now. And, dude, like, we're not even hitting our swing passes. And it's like, dude. Like, it's just, like, if we are going to throw it short, it's always behind the line of scrimmage. I swear, dude, we are allergic to just, like, a drag route or a slant. And we're not even hitting our swing passes and our screens and all that fun designer stuff. Like, okay, that's a cool bit of misdirection. We missed the throw. And even if we hit it, there's like 2 Rams right there that would have bottled it up, you know? Man. Look out. Good move, Sam. That was good. Oh my gosh. Jones got popped. That's a good hit, man. That was a pretty good move by Sam to buy some time. We got a flag down. We might get a little bit of help from the Zebras here. PBSN asking, are we drafting a running back this year? Maybe. I mean, Jones is on an expiring contract, right? And he is getting a little bit older. And it's not like we have an abundance of depth behind him. It's possible. I don't know about first round necessarily, but like day 2, could we take a back? Well, we don't have an abundance of picks on day 2. Could we take a back outside of round 1? Yeah, I might say so. They're going to get Durant holding Jefferson. Yeah. Teams have been playing Jefferson super physically the past few weeks. You think about the way that the Lions covered him, right? They have been aggressive. And you know what? You got to respect it. Like, do what you can do without it getting called, right? Darnold's going to buy some time. You might just want to scramble. Oh, nice throw. Naylor caught it. I thought he dropped that for a sec. He was bobbling it. Here we go. Look at that. Sam is like out here drifting outside of the pocket now. Actually making a few plays. That's a decent throw by Sam. A little Staffordy. A little behind him. Tough catch for Naylor, but he brought it in. Who wins the Cam Scatabo lottery this year? That's a good question. It's him and Ginty that are going to be like the 2 guys to get, you know. Good catch, TJ. Come on. Come on. It ain't over till it's over. We have to go for 2 now. Here we go. Here could be the 11 points. Here could be the 11 points. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. What a catch by Hawk. Brought it back in. Arrow joined the court. Appreciate it. Good to have you in there. Let's go. Steelers getting Scatabo would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, replace Najee with him. Here we go. Scoregami watch. Dude, we need this, though. If we don't get this, that's the thing. If we don't get one of these, then all of a sudden it's a 4-score game, right? Lovato never doubted us. Hey, we're still here, right? We're still here. The non-sabotage touchdown. If anything, I will be slightly delusional now for this next drive. We need to get this though. Okay, KOC, you genius, you. And I'm doing this so I can't see the game cast out of my peripheral. I look a little silly, and I just don't want it to get spoiled, you know. Dude, are you serious? Whatever. All right, it's still a 3-score game. It's over. That's fine. Well, we got on the board at least, I guess. We have a touchdown. We just thought Jefferson was going to get free in the flat, but apparently the Rams knew exactly what was coming because there was like a million of them right there. That was our 2-point play, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I mean, that realistically could have been it, right? Like now, like it's still a 3-score game if my math checks out, right? Yeah, 18 points. Yeah. We need like another strip sack, but like an actual real strip sack this time, you know? Like defense would probably need to force a turnover, you know. But Ryan Asty's back. Good to have you back. Brought his despair of losing. Hey, I might be with you there in a few minutes. 10-27 ain't bad. Should have kicked the extra point. Yeah, but the thing is, it still would have been like we went for 2 to try and make it a 2-score game, you know? If we get it to 11, then it's a 16-point game, 2 touchdowns, 2-point conversions, right? We only need 2 possessions, right? The difference between being down 9-27 versus 10-27 is minuscule, right? It's not necessarily about the raw point total. It's about how many possessions you're down, right? So I understand like why we went for 2 there. The upside of making it a 16-point game is far greater than the downside of, oh, now it's an 18-point game. It just sucks that we didn't get it. You know, again, like the 4th down in this, like you can't expect to get them every time, right? Of course, like that's why they're risky. That's why they're controversial. That's why they're different, right? Like no one has 100% success rate, but also like straight up, like we're just getting outplayed on those plays, you know, right? Like we just don't have good answers. We're losing our blocks, stuff like that, you know. But who is Mike McDonald? I only know Mike McDonald. And also you just said it. Someone say Mike McDonald. Eagle Eye saying you could tell McVay had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Oh yeah, well I mean like to be fair, like he didn't know that he was going to be playing us until that Vikings Lions game, right? What makes me sick is seeing all these Rams players make comments about like the we'll see you in 2 weeks things, right? KOC and Dan Campbell shake hands after the Vikings-Lions game last week. Dan Campbell says, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And all the Rams took disrespect to that. They're like, we're going to show them. It's like, dude, that's so stupid. Like, we didn't even say that. It was literally the Lions who said that. They just gave the Rams free bulletin board material. I like to think that Dan Campbell did that on purpose. He knew what he was doing. He wanted to get the Rams fired up for us. Probably not. It's not all about us. We're not the main characters of the NFL, but that's what I like to tell myself. Like, it's like, that's so stupid. Like, the Rams have bulletin board material that we didn't even give them. We didn't say a word. But, you know, so many different outside factors giving the Rams plot armor. I mean, and they're just a nice team, too. I mean, again, we have seen the good version of this offense here today. Right? And the defense is like very slept on. Like the defense is kind of what got them in the playoffs, right? Like you look at the defensive line, just how good they are up front. This is a big meat and potatoes type of defense, right? They can out physical a lot of guys. Parachamp's asking, do I think they have a chance against the Eagles? I do. It's going to be very, very tough because Philly is cracked, right? The defense is super good. They bullied them on the ground last time. But I will say, this Rams defensive line is no joke. They're one of the better units in this playoffs. And I like this Eagles offensive line, yeah, probably the best, if not second best line in the league, right? If there's a defensive line that could like give them some trouble, it would be the Rams though. And they've got, in my opinion, the better quarterback in Stafford. Like they've got the experience. Yeah, like I would give them a chance. I don't know if I'm going to pick them, but yeah, I would absolutely give them a chance, man. Like this is the ceiling of this Rams team, right? When their offense is actually clicking, they can beat anyone. They could beat the Lions. Again, I don't know that I'd pick them to, but they have the ingredients to beat anyone in the NFL, including us by a lot, you know? They're just going to turn Chew Clock on now, right? They're like, crap, we gave up a touchdown. Time to try. Stafford deep ball. Oh my gosh, okay. I would have crashed out if you would have caught that. It's like, okay, Hunter Long mossing us would have been a bridge too far. But it has been kind of a rough playoff game so far. Lions and Commanders about to have a party like it's 1991. That game should be electric. That one should be pretty fun. Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Yo, man, don't eat those. I love that name. Welcome to the stream. Saying Campbell definitely gave out free pre-workout. Oh, yeah. Dan Campbell, man. Lending a hand. Although I say that, the Lions the Lions and Rams also have beef too, so, but. Oh my gosh, a designed Stafford run. Now they're just flexing. They're just flexing on us now. That was... All right, we cannot take that. Let's get a stop here, defense, and keep my delusion alive just a little bit longer. That's all I really want. If I can be delusional up until like 5 minutes left in the game, and then I can use those final 5 minutes to crash out, that's perfect, right? But all, like, dude, they're going to get this 3rd and 10. They're probably going to get this 3rd and 10. We have Blake Cashman out wide. I think he's on Kyron, but still, it's kind of a funny visual. Screen to Puka. Wow, we stopped it. Delusion is still alive. Let's go. I'm in denial, right? First stage of grief. We are still in the first stage of grief right now. Let's go. Also, look at that tearaway. Oh, man. Look at that stretch. Almost wrapped it around him. feel like Darnold is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Oh, they so would. They so would. That would be their quarterback answer. We'll see. We'll see. Silly string jersey. Yeah. All right. Catch this cleanly, dude. You had a sketchy moment last time. Oh, what a punt. What a punt. Beautiful punts. All right, Vikings kind of have to score before the quarter ends, to be honest. Time is a factor now. Like, I really do think you got to run your offense quickly now, right? Like, you might feel like, oh, 2:07 left in the third. Another way to look at it, though, 17:07 left in your season, right? I think the Vikings do have to kind of go quick now. As much as you hate to be one-dimensional, like, you kind of got to stop running the ball. You kind of got to start passing it now. And I think, well, we'll see. I say all this as if I haven't been whining about too many shots downfield in our passing game. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. But Wilson should be a Raider. Michael's not loving the Darnold to Pittsburgh. Yeah, I get it, right? The infrastructure on offense probably isn't quite as strong. You know, you'd still be paying him a lot. Would you want to just take a gamble on Fields instead, maybe? I mean, that is a tough spot to be in, but Wolf is feeling that they're not going to get a safety, but it'll be a first down, and then they'll stall out. Ryan Nasty's saying it's Jover. I am going to stay in my world of delusion for this drive. If we don't score a touchdown in the two-point conversion doesn't matter as much. If we don't score a touchdown here, yeah, it's probably over. We did. That would be pretty epic if we got another one right now, right? That would be pretty epic. We'll see. We'll see. Join the couch. I'm assuming you mean the couch with the rest of us, Doc. There's always next season. Oh, yeah. There is always next season, isn't there? And surely, you know what? No, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Again, we will save the crash out until we absolutely need it. It ain't Minnesota yet. I like your attitude, Michael. I like your attitude. So we got Robert Schmerda back in here. Welcome to the stream. Saying, who is Hunter Long? That's like their third string tight end. Fun fact, he was a part of the Jalen Ramsey trade, actually. Rams got him from the Dolphins in the Jalen Ramsey trade. Also saying, Byron Young face mask, no call for a safety again. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Those failed long developing plays early in the game surely will lead to many successful ones in this last 17:07. I know, that's funny, right? I've been kind of a hypocrite here, but screw next season. It's comeback time. I like your attitude, games. Let's go. Oh, come on. Let's go. I don't know what that was. Easy for a Jags fan to say after 2 years ago. Hey, you got to believe. Belief is a beautiful thing. To put your heart out on the line. To love and to lose. Believe with me. Here we go. Deep pumpkins and pulls off the comeback. Dude, I'd love a deep pumpkining right now. And we are going to run it. Whatever. Keep them honest. But, like, that clock is ticking. See, now it's like we are under 17 minutes left in the game now, right? Like right now, time is a factor because of how much we're down, right? We need 3 more possessions. Forget scoring, forget stopping them. Just straight up, if we want to win the game, we need this possession and then 2 more possessions after this one. That's not a given with how much time is on the clock right now, you know? So that like time is a factor right this second, right now. We got to be going quick, right? I mean, dude, we got to score quick here if we want any shot. Short of the sticks, but okay, it's third and manageable. It's 4 down territory, right? You've got 2 plays to get 1 yard here. We're still in the huddle with 14 seconds left on the play clock. I wonder if we're calling 2 plays here so we can go quick if we don't get it. We might run it here. We might try and catch them napping and run it. We're going to check out of whatever it is. Wow, we just snuck it. Okay, we got the first down. First down above all else. Go, go, go. Like, I'm so serious here, right? Like, I might sound like a maniac right now. Like, okay, it's over no matter what, right? But, like, if you are going to pull off the miracle, this is, like, the little stuff that you do need to do, you know? Keeping the same personnel out there. And we're going to run it for nothing. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, Again, the game is probably over either way. This is not why we lost the game, but to be honest, how we've managed the clock here is like killing any chance of a comeback. As silly as it might be to fret over 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes off the clock and we've gone, what, 10 yards? Like, yeah. And we have 2 timeouts. We don't even have all 3 of our timeouts. We might get one more playoff before the quarter ends, and I don't know. We might not even snap it. Dude, like, we can't do that. Like, come on. You have if you snap it at 1 second, you have like an untimed down. Like, I'm sorry. Whatever. It's minor. It doesn't matter. We lost either way. But, like, you can't do that. Like, that is how you kill your shot at a comeback before it even starts. I'm going to look at something. I'm just looking at I just need something to lash out at right now, right? We got the ball with 2:07 left. We took over 2 minutes off the clock to go 11 yards, right? That's it. That's it. Like, that's it. Are we even going to have 2 more possessions after this one? There's 15 minutes left in the game now, right? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I'm with you, Jack. Like, just run one more play. We seriously think that we're going to pull a fast one and get them to jump off sides like we did? Nah, only stupid losers like us would do that. I don't know. Bonyo saying, watch the Vikings go 7-10 next season and just think back on this game with anguish. I mean, dude, I will think back on this game with anguish regardless of how next season goes, you know? Lash out at the discard. Nah, dude, like... I'm going to, like, lash out at my TV, whatever. Like, and again, I'll be fine. Like, I'm sure 30 minutes after I turn the camera off, I'll be fine. But, like, dude, it does suck. Like, yeah, you know what? My favorite team had one of the most electric seasons ever. 14-3, right? Most wins by a wild card team ever, right? And it just sucks. Like, 2 of the last 3 years, the Vikings have had a lot of wins. And it's just like, actually, no, the Vikings suck. Like... You know what? Yeah, they're frauds, and we were right. They were frauds. Shame on you for getting your hopes up, you know? Oh, thank you, Lovato. I appreciate it. Alex Nunez, appreciate it. Saying, love you, Dr. Pig, as someone who says their team has not come close this weekend. It's over, but at least we can just get back to our familiar place of non-achievement. By the way, the analytics video was awesome. I appreciate that, man. That makes me happy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Good to have you in here, man. I will say, you know. I still got you guys, obviously, you know, but Jack saying the Vikings should get Shane Waldron so they can stop pretending they are good. Yeah, because then we'll really be good if we get Shane, you know. Logan saying this guy's career might be on the line. I want to see some Baker level energy right now. Nah, see, that's the thing. There's not really a sense of urgency right now. We kind of look defeated, to be honest with you. I gave a little speech about the Vikings. I kind of challenged them. I kind of challenged the Vikings when I filled out my bracket on stream on Thursday. I may rehash that speech at the end of this game. I offered them a challenge to answer the call in a certain non-measurable, intangible category, and we haven't really answered it. Darnold is maybe going to get sacked. Scrambling Sam? There you go. Oh! Wow, we'll get an extra 15 yards. And Brian O'Neill is down. Well, shoot. Byron Young is shaken up too. Dude, all these injuries, man. We'll take the extra 15 yards, I guess. Game saying maybe the real playoff win were the lessons we learned along the way. I mean, shoot, if anything else, right, I hope the Vikings learn a lesson from this today. Again, I'll wait till the game is maybe, like, fully over, but, like, I don't know. I've got a few thoughts about just, like, this team a little bit. And I say that, again, like, I don't want to complain too much, right? Because, again, like, the Vikings were sick this year. This was such a fun season. I had so much fun watching the Vikings this year. This was such a fun, likable team, an exciting team. But, I don't know. Caden saying McDonald's invent. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Yo, arrows at McDonald's right now. Let's go. We'll see if I'm hungry. I love being dramatic, dude. I love being dramatic. If you think this is crazy, I mean, there's some crazy crash out lore. I've come a long way, I'll say that. But Lovato saying we're not going to win the Super Bowl anyway, so it's great to see Sam is not really the guy and just keep approving the team. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. But it's like, that's such a, yeah, it's just such a bummer to say that about a 14-win team, though, right? We've now said that about a 14-win team and a 13-win team in the span of 3 years. Like, we weren't going to, like, dude, it just sucks. Like, I don't know. But Logan saying, I came from the analytics video as well, made a comment about the Lions going forward against the Vikings in week 7 on their own 30 and why it was actually genius. Didn't notice that I was a Vikings fan. Great video, though. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Jack saying this Vikings team gives 2020 Seahawks vibes, and their season is going to end to the same team in the same round. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that early season 2020 Seahawks were electric. Peak let Russ cook. Oh, man. I think we talked about this on stream, right? The 2020 Seahawks Cowboys game in Seattle. Just an awesome shootout between Dak and Russ. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Alex says, doesn't mean JJ's the guy either. We have more info that Sam could be the guy than JJ. That is what's scary, right? And you have to, see, here's the thing, right? You have to keep faith. Like, okay, we believe in the process. We liked JJ a lot as a prospect, right? We didn't know that Sam was going to be this good, but we believe that JJ can be this good too, right? All this stuff. We believe in the financial hack of a rookie quarterback. Like, if you're the Vikings, right, it's going to come down to standing on business and following through with the plan, right? This was the plan all along. This is what we're going to do. He's the guy. Again, maybe it's just the Vikings doomer in me. There is a little bit of me that's like, well, shoot, like, yeah, we don't know if JJ is good or not, right? Maybe JJ even turns into a good player, but the truth is, coming out of college, he had a lot of high upside. There were some nice tools there, but he also didn't have a ton of experience. He was young and raw, and there were some things to clean up. And it's easy to get excited about developing a young quarterback until it's time to actually develop him. Missed Addison there. That was tough, right? And truth be told, right, the Vikings are more or less in a win-now situation right now, right? It might be easy to think that this is a team that's like on the come-up because we kind of came out of nowhere and won 14 games, and like we do have some young players. But if you look at snap-weighted age, right, which takes like the average age but also weights like how much snaps they play, so it's not factoring in like the 39-year-old long snapper as much, right? By snap-weighted age, Vikings are the oldest team in the NFL, right? This was our competitive rebuild. If you looked at it like at a different angle, right? We were all about the competitive rebuild, and the Vikings were good in their first year, right? Like they made the playoffs, they won 13 games. So it didn't feel like year one of a rebuild, but it really was, right? Next year will be year 4 of this regime now, right? And if like at some point, like, you know, the well runs dry a little bit. And I will say, like, I've always been in the belief that, like, 2025 is the year. That's when things line up perfectly as far as cap space and contracts go, right? If you look at, like, the Vikings contracts, they have a few guys that are going to be free agents this year. But feasibly, with their cap space, they can bring most, if not all of them back. And, like, they can maybe be buyers in free agency a little bit. But after that, man, it just gets harder every year. And I'm going to plug myself a little bit, right? OG Dr. Pigskin video, the evolution of the Super Bowl blueprint, just with the way the NFL set up, with roster turnover because of the salary cap, right? Like, teams turn over very quickly. And the truth is, for better or worse, like the 2028 Minnesota Vikings are going to be almost unrecognizable from the Vikings that we see right now. If you look, on average, the average NFL team in a 2-year span, right? Go back to 2024 season? Go back to 2022, right? Think about your favorite team's starting lineup from 2022. How many of those guys are still on the team now, right? When I made this video back in 2023, 2-year span, average team kept less than half of their starters on offense and defense combined. It was like 47%, right? Next year is like the year, right? So you have to ask yourself, Miss Naylor. You have to ask yourself, do you want next season to be with an unproven quarterback where it's like, well, we're developing him and like, you know, like he shows some flashes, but he also had a game where he completed 49% of his passes and we lost because of it, right? Like, yes, JJ, like that might be the long-term answer, but like the truth is like it's hard to have like a long-term window in the NFL unless you're like the Chiefs. Like they're like the exception, not the rule, right? Windows are short and fast-paced and quick-moving. Next year, I really feel like that's like the last year for the Vikings to like do it with this core, you know? So we'll see. Darnold's fallen back. You wondered, like, dude, I say that. That's just bad. Like, that's just bad, right? Darnold is drifting too far back. Yeah, he's seeing ghosts. 7 sacks, and again, a lot of that has been on Darnold. For the most part, this line is held up pretty well. Most of that is on Darnold. Like, that's just bad. But, yeah, I probably has been, Jack. We got Curtin here, too, saying Vikings did have an easy schedule. I mean, yes and no. I mean, we were in an incredibly tough division. We had to play the Lions twice and the Packers twice. I will say some of these tough teams were punting. Okay, see. It is 4th and 21. I get that. I totally understand that. Like it's almost impossible to pick up, but also like seriously, we're gonna punt. Like yeah, we have given up now. Like we have actually given up and we have like stopped trying. Like we're just trying to get out of here now. I don't like that, to be honest. Whatever. Again, all this little stuff, right? All this little stuff that like adds up and like maybe plays a small role, right? But it's just the principle. We have 12 minutes left in our season. We're down by 1 million. We need a miracle, and we're just going to give them the ball back. That just screams like we just want to get out of here and we just want to be done. I don't know, man. Just not our year, I guess, right? And again, like only one team can win the Super Bowl. And if you frame like every season as like, well, if we don't win the Super Bowl, it's a failure. Like, yeah, that's a miserable way to live, right? Like, of course, like this season was a massive success. You know what? I'm just going to say it. Like I said this during like the bracket stream, right? And I challenged the Vikings to prove me otherwise, right? And maybe I was being too reactionary because of one game against the Lions last week. But I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be like too hard on the Vikings. Like I say all this with love. I really do. Like I'm lashing out because I'm hurt and upset right now, you know, right? You know what the Lions have that the Vikings don't is grit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we've been out-muscled and out-physicaled, and Jefferson is great, but sometimes he just gets pressed a little bit too hard, right? And sometimes we just get blown off the line a little bit. And just, like, little stuff like this, like punting, like, yeah. Arrow asking a good question. There's no official rules in Discord. Am I allowed to send a video that swears and has a not safe for work joke in the memes channel? Dude, go for it. Like, honestly, like, I have my whole thing. I try and keep it fairly clean on stream just because my whole thing is like, you know, you never know who's watching, right? Like, I'm not like anti-swear words or anything, right? Like, I try and watch my language because I don't know. Like, maybe there is like a 12-year-old that just really likes football that's watching and like, his mom is in the other room, and if I say, like, F-bomb, you know, he'd be like, turn it off, you know, like, hey, I was like that as a kid. There was Pokemon videos that I wanted to watch, like How to Catch Darkrai, and, like, the dude swore, and I had to turn it off, you know, so, like, if one of the 31 people in here is, like, in that situation, I would never want to, like, put them through that, but, like, nah, dude, honestly, like, I'm not like super crotchety when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like that's fine. You know, I haven't put rules into Discord. I just feel like common sense. Like just be nice to each other. That's all I really care about, right? If we're nice to each other, we're all good. So go for it. But Parachamp says, I like how Stafford can tell the ref just to give the Vikings a face mask penalty. Whatever. Throw another flag. Penalize us again. Yeah. Wolf asking if I'm going to sleep after this game. Probably. Maybe you guys can peer pressure me into eating my feelings again, but we'll see. Jack saying, Doc, just start up the car and take us with you to get some grub, not Ryan. Dude, honestly. I mean, here's what I'll say. Part of me, and this is so stupid, part of me would feel sick walking away from the TV before the game is done, you know, but Kurt saying, can understand my angst, Doc. Leaders, best sending JJ your team gives some hope. Probably. I mean, we'll see, right? We'll have a little bit of time to think about this decision, and believe me, we'll have the off season where like there will be a lot of discourse about this. Man. Bro, they've got Ronnie Rivers in the game now. I mean, they've got another penalty. They've got the backups in. Well, they've still got Puka out there, but Kurt says, after observing the Pack and Vikings this round, the Lions have an excellent opportunity to continue dominating the division next season. Oh, absolutely, right? I mean, you look at, like, honestly, they've got a surprising amount of cap space too, right? They've still got their first-round pick. They've got, like, the resources to, like, keep the band together and even, like, get better. It's kind of crazy how they've been able to, like, manage their roster. Like, again, their window won't be forever. The Lions aren't going to be this dominant forever. The 2028 Lions are probably going to be a very different team from right now. But, like, at least for next year, yeah, the Lions will still be good. That's the thing, too. It's not like the Lions are going away. Maybe the Bears get a little bit better. The Packers are an incredibly young team. They're the youngest team in the NFL by snap-weighted age, right? Okay. All this laundry. I think you're right, Jack. No, I was thinking about that the other day. I think you're right. Not a single first rounder for this draft was traded. They saw that stupid trading JJ rumors will take a rest. Oh, yeah, that was never happening. There's no way. Even when Darnold was balling out, there's no way they were trading him. But Lovato saying you can never abandon your team. Oh, yeah, either on TV or especially in the stadium. Oh, yeah, dude, if I was in the stadium right now, I would just be staring out on the field like Diggs after the Chiefs beat him, right? Just, you know. I might post that on my Twitter later. I might post that picture. Lions have a large amount of cap space and one of the youngest teams in the NFL. Yeah, they're beast, dude. The Lions are beast. I don't know what else to say. Oh, Pace popped him. Pace is still fighting. I like the effort from Ivan Pace. He is a dude that's still fighting until the very last second. Respect to Ivan Pace. Has been a very frustrating night for the Minnesota Vikings. Abandon my team all the time. Helps with the suffering. Fair enough, right? Hey, to each their own, right? Man. You know what they say. Always next year. Ah, is there? Is there? Surely the Vikings will win 14 games again, right? Surely everything will... I don't know. Just stop being so negative. But, man. What's my review of the 2024 B-Flow defense? Good question from BearPod. Good to have you in here. I would give it like an A-. I mean, he did what he could, right? And like this personnel is very good. It's got a lot of very good underrated players on there, right? Guys like Blake Cashman, guys like Jonathan Grenard, who broke out in a big way this year, right? It's not like he was doing this with lint and bubblegum. But you got to give him a lot of credit. Like that Lions game, for example, last week, right? That's not on Flores, right? I saw like some of Vikings Twitter being like, well, we're going to at least keep Flores. I don't know how you can watch that game and like think that that was on Flores, right? The Vikings defense actually held up pretty well in the first half of that game. And then like this, from like the second quarter on in this game, the Vikings defense held up pretty well. Flores adjusted well. The offense has cost us more than the defense these past 2 weeks. And you can spread blame all around for that. I would give him an A-. I think he's done a great job. And again, like to keep on this whole like, nothing's ever forever. Like, I mean, shoot, are we sure that he's going to be like our defensive coordinator next year? You know, like it's kind of open season for him now, right? Now that the season's over, like the Sharks will be circling. Maybe someone wants to bring him on as a head coach, right? Might be offered too good to refuse, you know, like just all those minor changes. Josh McCown is getting interviewed a little bit, although low key, they're not interviewing the better quarterback coach, but that's just a secret between us and the Vikings, you know, but so showing some Daniel Jones right there, some Danny Dimes. Screw it. Put him in. Whatever. Just put him in. But Vikings are facing the Seahawks, Falcons, and Cowboys next year, so that should be 3 easy wins. Whoa, look at that. Taking some shots here. But Lovato asking, does some Vikings fans support the Lions? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's some solidarity, right? And as has been a theme on this channel for a few years now, right? There's a little bit of chippiness, maybe, between those two franchises. Just a little bit of chippiness, you know. But I would say for the most part, like, we can have some solidarity between them, you know. But, yeah, you won't see me out there like, go win it for the division. Like, nah, I'm going to be all in on the Commanders next week. Plus, you know, the Commanders proved me wrong, and I can respect that about them. But, yeah. Yeah. Lovato's feeling like next season might be 10-7. The schedule isn't. It is insane, right? I mean, hey, right? And who knows how insane the schedule is going to look come November, right? There's always teams that surprise us. There's always teams that worse than we thought they would be, right? But again, you know, it's hard to do it multiple years in a row. NFL stands for not for long. It is hard to do it. Hard to do it year after year after year. You just never know, man. You just never know. You know, I like what Dan Campbell said. He was very poignant. I think I might have pronounced that wrong, but he was right, and it's funny because he was not right about the Lions. A lot of people thought like, oh, this is going to happen to the Lions. But after Dan Campbell and the Lions lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game, he was right. It's like, dude, I don't know if we're going to be back. Like I don't know. Like, it's hard to do it again. We might never be back in this spot, right? You know? We might not make the playoffs next year. I don't know yet. Again, this is all coming from grief right now. Whatever, right? But Sam is seeing ghosts again. You're right. Anything for clicks. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. What else is there to say, man? NFC North hatred is not the AFC North hatred. Oh yeah, AFC North is pure hatred. There's still good hatred in the NFC North, right? But I feel like it's mostly between it's mostly directed at the Packers and Bears. But, you know, the Lions and Vikings, when they're good, they get some hate too, right? Success breeds haters. That's how it is. But PBSN says, I really do want to know what happened to Sam Darnold in the past 2 weeks. I mean, he's ran into 2 really good defenses. Maybe the lights just were too bright for him, right? Like, you know, 2 biggest games of his life, and it's been a shrinking act a little bit, right? It has been. Yeah. Darnold deep shot Addison. Jack saying, man, Doc and my boy Football Analysis are just both depressed right now. Oh, shout out Football Analysis. Does great content. Also a Vikings fan. Oh, yeah. I bet you he's probably live right now too, right? Poor guy. Yeah. Who's got it worse than us? Yeah. Sam was in the Ghost Castle from Super Mario World. Look at that. Why do you put faith in Sam, especially after last week? I mean, dude, like, what else am I supposed to do? They're my favorite team. It was 1 week, right? Whatever. He stunk it up again. We're probably moving on from him. But you know what? Yeah, I was going to put faith in him for 1 more week, right? He has lost a lot of money, though. But us NFC North fans are still just Midwesterners at the end of the day. Oh, you know. Oh, what can you do? Ah, shucks. Oh, man. The manifesting has begun. 31 people in here. 33, man. No, that's crazy. I appreciate it so much. It is kind of crazy to see, like, the numbers slowly creep up. More and more people are tuning into these. It is pretty surreal, man. I was actually reflecting on that today while at work a little bit. I was like, man, like, I remember, like, the first Grossi raid that I had, there was, like, 4 people in my stream, you know? It is crazy, you know? And, like, yeah, it is surreal. 31, still, it's not like a crazy amount in the grand scheme of things, but it is crazy for me, and that is awesome. Anything for Clicks feeling an Eagles win next Sunday? Hey, I mean, they They sure did beat down the Rams last time, right? That'll be a fascinating rematch, though. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. More challenging. I haven't even been watching the game. I mean, I got it up, but Darnold to the Raiders. That's going to be a popular rumor. Sam saying, I wish the NFL was not for long. If it really was, the Jaguars would not have been this bad for this long. Yeah, that's fair. Some teams, man, they just can't seem to get out of the gutter. Oh, the Rams are challenging. Man. They're going to reverse it. That would be crazy. Man. It is. Oh, yeah, right. I mean, getting a 14-win season, our preseason over-under total was 6.5 wins, right? I mean, we shot way past that. It was a fun ride, man. You know, all this doom and gloom and negativity that I've been saying in, like, the fourth quarter, right? Like, the truth is, like, you know what? That 49ers game rocked, right? Like, I remember that 97-yard touchdown to Justin Jefferson. I was like, oh, my gosh, this is so sick. U.S. Bank was going crazy. It's like, that was awesome, right? This might actually be a fun year, right? Beating down the Texans, especially when we still thought the Texans were crazy. It's like, yo, we just blew them out. That's insane. Like, yo, are we actually good, right? That first half against the Packers before they started coming back in Lambeau, it's like, oh my gosh, now we're killing the Packers? No way, right? You know? And then, like, we had that blip in the road, right? We lost, ironically enough, Lions-Rams back-to-back, right? It's like, dang, okay, maybe we're not that quite good. But then we didn't lose again until the final game of the regular season. And it's like, man, like that was just such a crazy ride. There were gritties, there were sacks, there was Ginky, there was Flores and Grenard and Metellus. How about Cam Bynum and the dances, right? Oh, man. Movie, right? Ultimately, I think when we look back at this Minnesota Vikings season, the apex, the true high point of the season, is after beating the Packers week 17 to sweep the Packers for the first time in years and set up one final shot against the Lions to try and get the 1 seed, right? Sam Darnold, the man of the hour. At least in this moment, Sam finally got to be the franchise quarterback, mobbed by his teammates, pouring Gatorade on him, carrying him up on his shoulders. And there's KOC up against the wall, ball in hand, and all he can do is smile, just looking at what he built. You know what? The Vikings didn't win a game after that. They got their hearts ripped out by the Lions and Rams back-to-back. It's a crushing end to a 14-win season. And it sucks, and I'm sad about it, and I will be sad about it for tonight. I will. But tomorrow when I wake up, I will watch that video. And it'll be a nice reminder that on that night, the Vikings were the mightiest team in the league, and Sam Darnold was our superstar quarterback. Yo, Johnny Munt, catch on the run. Let's go. Let's go. Got Johnny Boy in here too, and Randall. Welcome to the stream, guys. Good to have you in here. Randall saying Purdy smiling right now. Sam D, Ghost, Jordan Scrub, Love, and Herbert. It has not been a good showing for the NFC quarterbacks, I gotta say. I mean, how about like some of the best performers? Like Jaden Daniels is probably the best quarterback performance in the NFC playoffs so far, right? I mean, dude, he was legit last night. Let the JJ Air begin. Most likely. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the case. Yeah. Anything for clicks is kind of sad. Wanted the Eagles to beat us next week, just like the Eagles always beat the Vikings in the playoffs. We have some history in Philly, that's for sure. Jack says, I wish the Seahawks play the Eagles every week since the Seahawks always beat the Eagles. Oh, you guys cracked me up. Jaden does look great. Nah, he's the truth. I was so wrong about him. It's so funny looking back my draft take. I was like, I don't know. No, he's awesome. And he's so much fun, dude. I love him. Arrow says, I keep telling my buddy that the Vikings needed a win last week. There's no way they'd beat LA again or even Detroit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to have the bye. Johnny Boy saying, do you think this Flores defense is good enough to beat good balanced offenses? Goff and Stafford made the defense look frustratingly awful both times. Yeah, I was like, another sack. Ben Johnson has kind of owned us. Sean McVay has kind of owned us a little bit, right? It's at its best, as most defenses are, but it's definitely at its best when, like, there's a mismatch either in the coordinator battle or, like, going against, like, a good quarterback, right? Especially, like, a good veteran quarterback, It's not perfect, but someone else asked me about, like, what I rate. I think it was Bear Pod, right? I give Flores, like, an A- for this year. Overall, I still thought he did a great job, right? There's only so much you can do. And, like, even, like, last week's Lions game, I don't put that all on the defense, like the offense just needed to be better. Today, the offense just needed to be better. 30 points probably would have won us this game, All these shiny toys, all these shiny weapons, offensive-minded head coach, big spot, we muster 9 points. And what? Did we have 9 points last week too, right? Like, that's it. That's it, Offense was not good enough. You're right. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Your name is a vibe right now. Jack says, I've accepted Sean McVay as Hawks daddy forever now. Dude, I genuinely think he's the best coach in the NFL. If I had to build a franchise, he's the coach I would pick. I truly think he's the ultimate mix of scheme lord and just like an actual head coach. Like, his culture is great. You look at, like, the Rams under McVay, right? The one common denominator for the Rams being a good team has been Sean McVay, right? They've had different coordinators on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. They've had different quarterbacks. They've had varying levels of offensive line play, different receivers coming in and out, different defenders coming in and out. Even Aaron Donald is gone now, right? Rams lose maybe the greatest defensive player ever, and here they are about to go to the divisional round. The one constant has been Sean McVay. They've had a few down years, but you give them 1 year to retool and they're back. We've said like 3 times now, it looks like it's over for the Rams. They're too old. They don't have picks. They don't have cap. They can't do it. And then Sean McVay is like, watch this. I'm going to turn Puka Nacua into a beast, right? He's the one constant for their success. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's the best coach in the NFL. And honestly, he's one of the best I've ever seen. Like, I truly believe that. Incomplete. Yeah, they did expose us. I mean, dude, we just get exposed in general. But nothing is perfect as a sad 49ers fan. He comes in peace. Respect. Arrow saying average score over the last 2 weeks is 9-29. What are they doing? I mean, we've just run into teams that have played better than us, right? The Lions are just straight up a better team. The Rams might be too, right? I mean, they got the defensive line. They've got the coach. They've got the quarterback. They've got good receivers too. Their line, when they're healthy, is pretty good. I don't know, man. Like, and it sucks to say this about a 14-win team. We're just not at that level. We're a tier 2 team. We are. And the Rams probably are too. And we just got beat down by a tier 2 team. What's Sam Darnold's contract now? I mean, it'll get more than like Minshew, but like, he's real. Teams are going to see him as a bridge guy now. Fair or not, right? I get it. If you want to cope, right? Like, okay, this is probably good for us, right? Because this makes our decision to go to JJ a little bit easier. But for better or worse, we're into the great unknown next year, right? But that's what we wanted. We drafted a quarterback. We're going to have that savings. I hope we're aggressive in free agency or even a trade. Honestly, like, I wish that, like, if we really want to, if there's someone on the trade block, I don't know who it would be, but if there's like a good player out there, yeah, throw a first rounder in. I don't care. With the way our roster is built out right now, I would rather trade our first rounder for like a premium guard or a premium defensive tackle than like draft 25th overall or something like that. Jack still thinks the Vikings tag him or trade him. I don't know, dude. I genuinely, honestly think, knowing the way that Kwesi operates, right, he's just talked so highly about having the rookie contract, and he's all about the cap, right? And to his credit, you look at the Vikings cap space. Like, man, he really has done a good job. He took over a putrid contract situation and has really trimmed the fat. He's done a good job. I really think, genuinely, like, obviously the Vikings wanted to win. They wanted to win the Super Bowl. That was the goal going into the playoffs. But I bet you Quasi is secretly thinking, thank goodness he is making this easy and we can stick with the plan. The plan always was Darnold Bridge, either first half of the year or full year. JJ comes in after that. They're going to stick with the plan. I really think they're going to stick with the plan. I don't think they are going to sign him. They had no issue letting Kirk walk, you know. I don't know. It is going to be tough to move on, but I truly think, for better or worse, I'm not even saying if this is the right move or not. I'm going to need to like let these last 2 games marinate and digest a little bit, right? But I truly think that is what they're going to do after seeing how Darnold, like a lot of it has been on Darnold playing poorly these past few weeks, right? A few weeks ago, I was like, dude, how can you move on from this? He's balling out against the Packers. But they believe in the system. They believe in KOC. They believe in the weapons, you know. They believe they can plug and play McCarthy. And we might not win 14 games, but if we win 11, you know, right? If we win 11, then we're back in the playoffs. Oscar asking, would you rather have been bad this year as opposed to this outcome? Absolutely not. Of course not. Nah. I mean, sure, like having a higher draft pick might have been nice. Nah, dude. And I was saying this a little bit earlier. Obviously, I'm sad. Like, it sucks that we got beat down like this in the 2 biggest games of the year, right? And it sucks that we're going to go down as frauds. That's what really kills me, right? When people look back, they're like, oh, the Vikings are frauds again. And the next time we're good, no matter how good. Well, you know, last 2 times the Vikings have won 13 or 14 games. They actually sucked, you know? But no, I mean, you think about like some of the best moments of the year. The Jefferson 97-yard touchdown versus the Niners, right? The Vikings mobbing Sam Darnold, pouring Gatorade on him, carrying him on their shoulders in the locker room after beating the Packers. Sweeping the Packers for the first time in 6 years, right? Sweeping the Bears. I mean, seeing how electric US Bank got, right? The breakouts from Ginky and Grenard and I still would not trade this for being bad. Absolutely not. This season still rocked. Next day, tomorrow I wake up, I'll be like, you know what? We went 14-3, you know. I will allow space for both. Like, I will say though, it still sucks. Like, dude, this is it, you know. And it just to go out like this and look like we didn't belong, you know. 2 weeks in a row, we just got beat down. But I feel like the media post game. Oh, man. That's fair. Anything for clicks saying, don't think we were frauds. Sam came back down to earth. That's fair, you know? And see, that's the thing. If you really want to dig deep into the nerdy stuff, right? I think it's way more fair to say the Vikings in 2022 were frauds, right? Because you look at either point differential, right? The Vikings had a negative point differential, or DVOA, or actually, if you look at the EPA per play chart, right, they're right in the middle. They're 16th in offensive EPA, and they weren't right in the middle. Their defense was terrible, right? Most advanced metrics would tell you, no, honestly, that was a very mid team, and they lost to an equally mid Giants team, right? That 2022 team was one of the things that started to have me take those advanced numbers a little bit more seriously, right? Because the whole year, I was so crotchety. I'm like, well, you know, the playoffs aren't seeded by DVOA, so we're still going to get the 3 seed, right? And then we lose to the Giants, and I'm like, oh, maybe we were frauds. Maybe the DVOA was right. Maybe we weren't all that. The nerds were right, dude. But yeah, we did lose to Daniel Jones. Thanks, Ed Donatel. Ed Donatel be like, miss me yet? Oh my gosh. Good question from Logan. What did I study at Georgia? I was a journalism major at Georgia. I majored in journalism, and I was also part of the sports media certificate. Georgia has a pretty good journalism program. That's actually the reason I went there in the first place. And yeah, man, I've always wanted to work in sports media. When I actually got into school, I wanted to be a play-by-play announcer. And I like it. I did it for a summer job for a few years, right? I really enjoyed it. I got to do it through UGA do some high school stuff. It was a lot of fun. But over time, I realized that I like having this creative outlet, right? And I just for better or worse, man, I don't know. I just want to like yap about the NFL. That's really what I want to do. Above all else, before I even like started to want to be a play-by-play announcer back when I was in like high school, like dude, when I was a little kid, when I was like elementary school, middle school, like to help me fall asleep legitimately, like during the football season, like in my head, I would like host a football show in my head, like my internal monologue. Like I was like hosting a football talk show, right? And that's how I fell asleep when I was a little kid. True story, right? And just like, man, for better or worse, that kid is still in there. And like, this is what I want to do, you know? So that's how I ended up here. But my journalism degree has helped me some, right? Like I took a video journalism class in school, and like, that's how I learned to use Premiere Pro. And that's how I learned like some editing tricks, and like, that's how I learned like how to get good B-roll and stuff like that. Like see dog, say dog, you know, stuff like that. So it has helped. It's funny. Like I'm not working in sports right now. My day job is writing for a newspaper, and it's not like I don't write sports. I write hard news. You know, I'm covering like county governments and stuff, but you know, it crosses over, right? This is like my take on journalism, you know, I don't know, but that was my long answer, but I don't know. I always like telling that story a little bit. You know, everyone has their own path. And honestly, like, who knows what I'm going to be doing in 5 years? Maybe this works out. Maybe this doesn't. You know, I like to. Oh, he dropped it. I dropped it. But I like to think, you know what? This will work out. Like, this is always what I was meant to do. This is what I want to do. There's no givens, though, right? I mean, believe me, like, what I'm trying to do, like, you want to get nerdy and talk about success rate. There is a low success rate. I know that coming in, but you know what? I'm young. I'm going to try, right? I'm going to try. Rams have a negative point differential. It's an overrated stat. If you get blown out in one game, it heavily skews it. Oh, that's fair. And especially you look at like the Rams early on in the year when they had like their JV squad out there, right? No Cup, no Puka. They were down to like their third string offensive linemen and stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's not perfect. I will say the case of the Vikings, though, the thing was like they got blown out by good teams. Like they lost to the Cowboys 40-3. They lost to the Packers 41-17. And then they'd like beat the Commanders by 2, you know? Yeah, but oh man. But here we go. Oh, look out, Sam. Another sack. Another sack. There we go. Logan saying, that's surprising. The way I speak about analytics sounds like some of my data analytics projects in the past couple of years. I would have guessed something math related. I'm also very well spoken as well. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. You know, it's funny. Math was like my worst subject in school. Like that is a big reason why I got into like journalism and writing, is because like, I hate math. My senior year of high school, I had the option to not take a math class. So I was like, sick. I won't, right? I had to take a few math classes at UGA, but I remember being so thrilled when I was finally done taking math. I don't know. Football math is one thing, I guess, and I've tried to be a little bit better at the more scientific math stuff, like sample size and like eliminating biases and stuff like that, right? But like, if you put like a formula in front of me, I'm like, dude, I don't know what this is. Like, I need the machine to do it for me. I like to analyze the numbers, but I'm not doing a lot of calculations, if you know what I'm saying. But I appreciate that, though. Bearpod asking if I'm hoping to eventually move into the sports room at my paper. I don't know. See, it's funny. Like, I say this, I actually don't mind my setup right now in that my day job is not involved in sports. I say this as someone that's obsessed with sports, right? But in some ways, it's kind of nice for me to have that balance of like, dude, if I was doing sports and then I'm putting in work on Dr. Pigskin, like when I'm not working, right? Again, I love sports. You're looking at like what? Like most of my waking hours is devoted to like covering sports in one facet or another. That gets to be a lot. This is nice because Dr. Pigskin is its own separate bucket. It's its own separate island. Like this is my football time, right? Like, and I won't lie. When I'm at work, I'm thinking about football a lot. Like, to be completely honest with you, I think about like stuff like this a lot while I'm at work. Like, how is the Vikings D-line gonna fare today? But Michael's saying, Eric and I will both be the voices for Fox someday. We could do rock, paper, scissors for who gets to be the A team, who gets to be the B team. Nah, dude, you got A team, dude. You've got the voice on lock, dude. I'll gladly be the B team. I'll take like the fun niche matchups. You got America's game of the week, bro. I'll let you have that. Nothing is perfect. Asking if I'm a Minnesota Wild fan. Not really. It's not that I'm not like against them, obviously, right? I'm not as into hockey as you'd think I would be, though, which is kind of funny considering I'm from North Dakota, right? I had a brief NHL phase back like my senior year of high school, but yeah. Parachamp thinks it's good to not have my hobbies be my job, get some escapism from reality. Oh yeah, no, I think it is. I think it is a nice setup right now. Caden sent me something very important. I'm a little scared. Hold on, what is this? I'm not seeing anything. Oh, nice. Dr. Sethosaurus, elite pull right there. I'll save that. All right, you know what? I'm liking the vibes. You guys are asking some good questions. You guys have been good sports here today. I said I was going to do it. I'll keep my promise upheld. We're going to go eat our feelings. We're going to go to the drive-thru. I'm going to set up a separate stream because I have to get it set up on my phone, right? I can't like bring my computer with me into the car. But as tradition, the Vikings lose to the Rams in prime time. We're going to go eat our feelings at the Cleveland, Georgia McDonald's. Let's do this. All right. I'll see you guys in a sec. If you guys are tuning in for the night and don't want to watch me go to the drive-thru, no issue with that. I appreciate all of you guys that did tune in, but we're going to do it. Just keep your eyes peeled. I promised I would do it, so I'm going to do it. A promise is a promise. I'll get a little snack. People are fired up. Let's go. But for those that are clocking out, I appreciate you guys watching. Sucks that we lost, but what can you do? But good to have all you guys in here. I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you guys potentially in like a minute or two. SKOL Vikings forever, man. SKOL Vikings forever.